everybody! Happy Tuesday! We are going to try and finish Stray Gods today. So we've already done one playthrough. This is our second playthrough of the game, where we are attempting to kiss Persephone on the mouth. We came so close, and we had a song together, and she leant in for a kiss, and then I think she kind of came to her senses a little bit and pulled away and told me to get the fuck out of her place. And then I suspect it's because, from what we know in the first playthrough, was she is grieving Calliope, where she was in a relationship with Calliope, but they had a fight about certain things, and then they weren't talking, and then Calliope died. So I think maybe that was playing on her mind, where she was about to kiss us, but then she was like, no, I can't do that. So let's see where we... Also, we saved Aphrodite this time. So Aphrodite's alive. And we have... we can't talk to... We try to talk to her. So our next step is to go talk to Pan, because Pan has some information on Medusa, who I think will be our next step after that. But let's go talk to Freddy as well, because we just left her.
Hey, so what's the news, Miss Muse?
Miss Muse?
Well, does a muse have a proper form of address? I just want to hear what exciting adventures you've been having.
Well, I stopped the goddess of love from killing herself, I guess?
Whoa. Do gods have interventions? You know, they're nothing like I thought they would be. Everything else okay, though? Do we know who the killer is yet?
Not just yet, no.
Okay, well, let me know if there's anything I can do. If I have to hustle to become your high priestess, well, so be it.
What are Kaz and Brian up to? You didn't tell them anything, did you?
No, I told them you came home, that you're okay, but that you're having a moment. They send their love.
Should we tell them, do you think?
What for? They have their own problems. Plus, Brian can't keep a secret to save his life, and Kaz is officially homeless.
Is he still crashing on Brian's couch?
Grace, you do know that Brian doesn't have a couch, right? Just some giant beanbag things.
Then where is Kaz
Oh.
Yeah, it's cute. They'll tell us when they're ready. But right now, it's best just to not mix them up in this.
I like how we occasionally talk about Kaz and Brian, our friends, and we saw them for like 5 seconds at the beginning, never to be seen again.
I should really apologize about the band. This kind of puts a dent in your plans, doesn't it?
You're right, Grace. How dare you sabotage my dreams? I am so mad I could spit.
You know what I mean. Nobody could have seen this coming, sure, but it's always been something with me.
Well, as I see it, there are two ways this goes down. One, neither of us gets back to the band. It was just a thing we did for a while before I founded a cult in your name. Or two, we get back to it and the band now has the Muse as its lead singer. Edge of Elysium becomes the coolest and most appropriate band name ever.
Hi, Gombo!
I still really hate that name.
Look, Grace, you can't be the source of all the drama and name the band, okay? That's the rule.
Exactly how much do you know about the Greek gods, Freddy?
I know my Greek mythology, but what I've read clearly doesn't line up with who they are today. Or who they ever were, maybe.
Still might be useful. There's gotta be some truth to those stories, right?
Maybe? Who do you want to hear about?
Okay. Hi, Gombo! Welcome in. I hope your day's going well today. Oh, I wanted to ask you if this is a good choice. What's it called again? So I bought another Tolkien book. I think you mentioned it. I think you've read it. The Silmarillion. That one. I don't know if I I said it right. I can't remember off the top of my brain. Is that a good book to get? I got that one. This is a really stressful game. I just want to kiss Persephone. Yes, the Silmarillion. I got that. Is it good?
What about Apollo?
Okay, so the prophecy stuff checks out. Apollo was god of the sun and light, but also kind of enlightenment in general. He's always talked about as this beautiful and cultured god involved with the arts and the muses, kind of a Renaissance man before the Renaissance.
He's clearly had a rough time since those days.
Well, he was also a giant horn dog, Grace. I can list off like a dozen men and women Apollo has had as lovers, and there's probably more.
Weren't they all like that, though?
I mean, Apollo's no Zeus. He never assaulted anyone as a swan. And no, they aren't all like that. Our sun god had a reputation.
Hi, Brett. Welcome in. How are you doing today? I think you've been playing a lot of Final Fantasy lately. How's that going? But I didn't register. Yeah, so from my understanding of it, is Tolkien started to write it, if that's correct, but then he passed away, so someone else in his family finished it. And it's kind of like Middle Earth stories, something like that. But I got it a version to match the fancy Lord of the Rings edition that I got. So they're gonna be like part of the same set, and I got The Hobbit as well. I got all three of them, and they all match. Especially the beginning is really cool. Okay, that's interesting. Final Fantasy is a great game, can't blame me. I love Final Fantasy. I wanna play I'm gonna resub soon to do the treasure trove thing because they have the bed mount and I've wanted that for such a long time.
Tell me what you know about Persephone.
Honestly, she's the least like her stories. Usually, she's either a victim or just the wife of Hades, or both.
And that's it? She was kidnapped by Hades, end of story?
Pretty much. Her mother was so angry she created winter. But otherwise, Persephone was just your average sweet and virginal fertility goddess.
You're right, that doesn't sound like her at all.
Must be hard to be defined by this one thing that happened to you thousands of years ago. I'd be pissed if everyone thought my story ended there.
Well, she is pretty pissed. That much is true. You said Pan was some kind of lust god, right?
A lust
kind
god?
of. Pan's a god of the wild, and I guess that translates into a sort of lustfulness and earthiness, humping nymphs in the forest sort of thing.
And you don't like him.
Honestly, he's exactly what I'd expect him to be. All the stories say he's a lech and a beast. The Christians equated him with the devil. Weirdly, he's also the only god who's supposed to have died, though it's never really clear how or why. Anyhow, there's a great statue depicting Pan having sex with a goat. Next time you see him, you gotta ask him about it.
Yeah, I already figured out what I want, I think. So I'm gonna obviously do the weeklies and the ultimate mug, whatever, and get the bed mount first and foremost, is my plan for that.
Do you know anything about the Muses? Or Calliope in particular?
Yeah, for starters, there were supposed to be 9, though I guess there are some sources that said there were only 4, maybe 3. Each of the muses had her specialty. Did you know that Calliope is supposed to be the muse of epic poetry? She inspired the Odyssey.
Wow, I don't even like poetry.
Yeah, it was said her singing voice was unmatched. So they got that part right, at least.
Did she also lead the ancient Greeks in giant choreographed dance numbers?
No, but she once turned a bunch of snobby princesses into magpies, so there's that.
Oh, okay. So, how does the book end, the Silmarillion? If Tolkien never finished it, or was it pretty much finished? Does it have an ending? Or is it kind of like just left as is and just put together by his son?
What about Athena? Is she really supposed to be the goddess of wisdom?
Sure, but mostly that's meant as tactical knowledge. Athena wasn't all sweetness and light, she was a warrior goddess. She was also the goddess of heroes. There are loads of stories where Athena helps guys like Odysseus or Jason or Perseus.
No female heroes back in those days?
Yeah, guess not. Women were the weaker sex, which maybe is why Athena was portrayed as being vindictive. She cursed Medusa, one of her own priestesses. She turned people into spiders, struck them blind, started the Trojan War. It's the whole thing.
Not being as wise as advertised is on brand for her then.
Okay, so I'll get it soon and I'll let you know.
Just how many of these gods are there? From what I've heard, lots of idols live around here.
Well, there are tons of minor gods in Greek mythology, hundreds even, depending on how you define them. Oddly, there's never any mention of the word idols in relation to them. Maybe it's like how people worshipped idols?
I sort of assumed it was related to the eidolon.
Which is a Greek word, but I think it means ghost. An image of someone after they die.
Makes sense.
Me, I'm more amazed at all the big names missing. Not just Zeus and Hades, most of the Olympians seem to be gone. Makes you think about what's been lost. But also, what might still be out there.
Yeah, I think that's what I kind of read. That it's kind of like Middle Earth stories or something like that.
You think there might be other gods out there?
Well, there are all those gods the idols say wandered off. We don't know they're dead for sure, right? They could be living it up in Australia. Who would know? Then there are all the other mythologies, hundreds of cultures, each with their own pantheon. So what's so special about the Greeks? That only their gods are real, right? All those other pantheons could be living in secrecy, just like the idols. And that means they're hidden from each other, too. Oh, they could be everywhere and no one would know.
It's like a whole other secret side to the world.
Yeah, that's cool, right? I hope I get to meet Ganesha one day. Or maybe Lakshmi? Oh.
I like her pock face. I'll show it to you when I get it as well if you want to see it. I'll show it to you. I think, so there's like a set of books and they were all on sale, kind of. Yeah, like 50% off, so I got those and they all like match each other. So I thought I should get it.
I wonder how much of those stories are true.
Yeah, it's hard to say. I'm giving you the quick version. There are reams of textbooks out there covering all this, but even they rarely agree with each other.
Really? Nothing definitive?
Ancient Greece was 3,000 years ago, Grace. Not much information survived all that time, if it was even valid to begin with.
Yeah, I will show you, I promise. So I don't know if it's being delivered yet. I just ordered it yesterday because I was like, I'm curious about that book. And everyone, well, I just saw people saying it was quite good. So hopefully I'll enjoy it.
You know what I find weird? That the idols have managed to remain completely secret all these years. Sure, they have magic and whatnot, but in all this time, nobody's found them out? Athena is that good?
Who says nobody has found them out? The way I see it, it's like UFOs.
Okay, I have to hear this.
Okay, so you could have real evidence that UFOs exist and that governments have covered it up and people still wouldn't believe it. Why? Because they'd get laughed at if they admitted it. Imagine the headline. Greek gods exist and are living among us. What website would even run that?
Weird conspiracy ones. Yeah, you're right.
No more questions. Time to go talk to Pan.
That's enough questions for now.
You sure? I can talk all day. You know I can.
I'll check back with you soon, Freddy. Time for more mystery solving.
So because in this playthrough as well, I said that I wanted to do things on my own, so maybe Freddy won't be showing up to certain scenes like she did last time. Maybe Freddy won't get stabbed.
I'd say hello, Grace, but I'm afraid that look on your face might be catching.
What is this place?
It's a garden, darling. Surely even mortals have them.
This building. All those people I pass getting up here. Are they all idols?
Oh, at least some of them. Welcome to Olympus, dear Grace. Our home hidden away in plain sight. Marvelous, isn't it?
How many idols are there? I've met, what, less than 12?
Oh, I don't know, 20, 30. Our numbers have dwindled so much I've stopped keeping track.
I didn't know there were that many gods.
We're not all equally legendary, it's true. Some idols were barely worshipped, others not at all. Indeed, not all of us are idols. Some are merely immortal. Hangers-on, if you will. You'll meet them all, given time.
Idols live here? I mean, Calliope didn't, obviously. Apollo doesn't either.
One must have special dispensation from Our Lady of Wisdom, Athena, before they can take up a private dung heap like Apollo's.
Am I gonna have to give him my apartment?
That's rather putting the cart before the horse, darling. First, you must outlive the weak.
Right. Good point.
Is Olympus hidden?
I've passed this part of the city 100 times. I've never seen this building. Was it always here? Or...
Our Lady Hecate provides glamours that allow certain things to go unseen, such as my glorious horns. Olympus is the same. Those invited see it. Those who aren't see exactly what they expect. It's not anywhere as grand as in the old country, but it serves its purpose.
I like the concept with that as well, because they kind of did something similar in the Fable game, the Wolf Among Us, where it's not about Greek mythology, but it's about fairy tales in the modern day world. And they had a block of flats as well, similar to this, where they kind of live amongst humans, kind of like in plain sight, hidden in plain sight kind of thing.
I don't know, Pan. Olympus seems pretty grand to me.
As if mortals would know any better. This isn't the first time you've been here. I'm sure Hermes took you to Athena's dreary office.
That's here? Huh.
Good one, that Hermes. Almost as dull-witted as the original, but biddable.
You asked me to meet you here?
I did. As I recall, you owe me a favor that I now wish to collect, if you'd be so kind.
I really liked the Wolf Among Us. I played it when it came out back on Xbox 360. I loved it. I kind of want to play it again soon, because the sequel is finally coming out. After what, like over 10 years, we're finally getting a second Wolf Among Us, which I think will be really cool. Persephone was right about you.
Figured as much. Persephone was right about you.
Dear, sweet, suspicious Persephone. My vicious little pomegranate, what have I ever done to you? Here's the thing. A friend has begged for my help, and you're far better suited than I to offer what he requires. I'll give you a key to reach the reliquary where he resides. You help him, and then we're even. If that's not enough incentive, the reliquary is also where you'll find the lovely Hecate. A sorceress of her power could aid your quest. What do you say?
It's been such a long time that I don't remember who the killer was. I don't remember if they actually clarified who it was. Have you played The Wolf Among Us? All I remember is murder mystery, spoiler, spoiler, spoiler for Wolf Among Us for people who haven't played and don't want to hear it. Cover your ears for the next 20 seconds. Spoiler, spoiler, spoiler alert. But I think I think Snow dies, but she's not really dead. And then there was the prostitutes with the ribbon around their necks, which was also a fairy tale, where it hides the fact that their heads were cut off or something, and if you remove the ribbon, the heads would fall off. And I think there was something with, I forget which fairy tale it was, but there was like a big bad guy hinted. Oh my god. There was a guy in it. It was a fairy tale as well, where I think it was the one that kept wise or something, and he did a murder, and he's like a gangster man in The Wolf Among Us, and I think he was the killer. But I don't think we ever actually found anything out, because it was supposed to continue in the second one, which we never got until now. I would, if you like Telltale games, like The Walking Dead, and if you like fairy tale stuff, like seeing Beauty and the Beast, or Snow White, or fucking the Three Pigs, or Red Riding Hood, or whatever, in a modern day setting, you would probably like it. And it's kind of like a film noir type thing, where it's kind of like a detective game, but instead of being like black and white, it's kind of like vivid neon colors.
This person I'm to help, what does he want? And why can't you do it?
Well, Grace, there are some things you're better equipped to handle than I. This, as I understand it, is a delicate matter of the heart. One that requires a muse's hand.
A matter of the heart.
What, did you think I was sending you to rough someone up? Set something aflame? Don't be absurd. The man has an issue with his love life. Even if you can't help him, I'll treat the effort as worth the favor.
Sounds scary. So it is a bit violent. Like there's like murder, you get into like lots of fights and stuff, because the main character is the big bad wolf, but he kind of hot. He's like in human form, and he's like the detective guy, and he's very aggressive and surly. So the thing is as well, it's funny you say that. The wolf is under suspicion, and you have to clear your name because people think you did the murder. People think it was you, and you play as the wolf.
What is this reliquary? Doesn't that have something to do with the bones of saints or something?
Not those relics. Our relics. The relics of ancient gods. Magical treasures collected over thousands of years. Books, mainly. We store them in a faraway place so no one unsavory can get their hands on them.
Unsavory like you?
Unsavory like most. Athena has decreed that these relics are not to be used by any save Hecate and herself. A rather dull waste of so much amassed knowledge and power, but who am I to judge? I'm not leader of the chorus.
I'm gonna derail the game for just a moment. I'll get the trailer for you if you want to see it. Wolf Among Us trailer. Alright, I'll let you see it. Unfortunately, I can't mute this game right now. Can I mute the game? Yeah, I'll mute that. Alright, 1 second. I'll show you this. We can watch the trailer together. Just a slight derailing of my stream. Very typical of me, I would say. Window. Movie night. Whoa! There you go. We'll watch this together. I'll hydrate after this. Thank you, Gumbo.
Product not yet rated. Look, I'm not saying it's fair, but it's real. People are scared of you.
You think my job is easy? You try keeping a bunch of fables from killing each other.
Bigby!
Everyone knows you. Big Bad Wolf.
That's it. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So let me get rid of that. Yeah, so Telltale did go under. So for the last season of the Walking Dead games, it got put up into the air because I think everyone pretty much got laid off at the time. But then they split off to form Skybound, I believe it was. And they finished the Walking Dead series under the name of Skybound. And then after that, I believe they came back under Telltale. So it was like they left for a time and then they came back. I watched something as well that had the name Skybound just recently. What did I watch? I watched a movie and at the end it said it was by Skybound. Skybound movie. No, that's not what movies made. Renfield. Okay. So that was interesting. So Skybound also did the Renfield movie with Nicolas Cage and Nicholas Hoult, which was quite interesting to see at the end. Alright, let me get water real quick. 1 second. So I wonder... Wait, let me double check The Wolf Among Us 2. The Wolf Among Us 2. Is it under Telltale? Yes, it is under Telltale. So that's good. The poster for it looks so cool as well. So I am excited for that. So I might, at some point, replay The Wolf Among Us for funsies, just to prepare for that.
If these relics are off limits, does that mean they're dangerous?
Some, but I'm not asking you to chase after any of that nonsense. In fact, I'd advise against it.
But what if one of those relics could help me?
My, such an adventurer you are. It's possible, but ask Hecate first. She, and I mean this with complete and uncharacteristic seriousness, is not an idol you or anyone wishes to cross.
This Hecate, do you think she could help me?
If she's of a mind. She is the goddess of dark magic, the creator of all our marvelous glamours. If anyone can help you, it is she.
And if she's not of a mind?
Then she won't help you. Grace, that part is up to you. I can't be expected to do everything, can I?
So we're about to go see Hecate, where we're gonna go help Asterion the Minotaur to win the love of Hecate because he's been in love with her forever. Asterion is voiced by Rahul Kohli, who was in iZombie and the name I always fucking forget. The Haunting of Hill Houses. He was in some productions under that. Heck Attack. So I am going to sabotage him this time. I am going to make Hecate say, no, I am not interested in you.
So that's it? Fix up someone's love life? Nothing trickier than that?
Oh, the way you talk, Grace. It makes me blush.
Well, it's just that...
I trade in willing favors, Grace. If I didn't, no one would want to do as I ask, and then where would I be? I may seem untrustworthy, but allow me to reassure you. If I wish you harm, you will walk into that harm knowingly and with open arms.
What about Calliope? Did she walk into harm knowingly and with open arms?
You tell me. I could deny it, of course, but if you choose not to believe anything I say, what's the point of asking the question?
I'll consider it.
I'll think about it. But no promises.
Marvelous. The gentleman you seek is named Asterion. Lovely fellow, quite harmless. Now, if there's nothing else you need.
That depends. What can you tell me about Medusa?
That is a rather peculiar subject change.
Her name came up at Aphrodite's party. I'd like to look into it.
You'll find Medusa at a dingy little club appropriately named the Viper's Nest. Give her my regards. Do tell me you'll be careful if you go there, Grace. Medusa is a hideous creature.
I don't remember what I did
and should
for
be treated as
Medusa.
such.
I wanted to kiss Medusa as well. Medusa kinda hot though. Look, I'll show you Medusa. Medusa. Oh, have I seen her? Yeah, look, she kinda hot though. I wanted to kiss her. I wanted to kiss Medusa. Let's get out of here. So I don't remember what I did. I think I helped her. I don't remember what my choice was exactly.
I'll be careful. What could go wrong?
Darling, there are so many responses to that, I can't pick just one. I'll send a package to your domicile that contains directions and the key you'll need to reach the reliquary.
I said no promises.
Well, if you decide to go, Grace, you'll still need all those things. Say hello to darling Hecate on my behalf, will you?
Alright, so reliquary first and then Medusa's there. Wait, why are you here, Freddy?
When I opened that shipping container, I was expecting, I don't know, rats.
Yeah.
Instead we have... Where the hell are we?
It's hard to say. Weren't we going to some kind of library?
That's how Pan described it. He said it was a, what's the word? A reliquary?
That is where relics are kept, like magic items, like when we played D&D.
This is nothing like D&D.
Well, I don't know about you, Grace, but if a dragon came flying out of that mist, I would not be the least bit surprised.
You are such a nerd.
Speaking of, how much do you actually know about Hecate and this idol you're supposed to help?
Do you know anything about this Hecate? It's not a name that rings bells.
Let's see. Well, she was the goddess of witchcraft, the really dark kind.
Oh.
But she's never really portrayed as evil. She was more of an outsider, lived alone, off in her little corner of the underworld. Do you think that's where we could be? Oh, that is so cool. Oh, I bet knowledge is important to her. It could be an angle if you talk to her.
That sounds good, yeah. Hey, Hecate! I love your library. So much knowledge!
Wow, she says, knowing full well she's the smartest person I've ever met.
If I'm so smart, how am I in this predicament?
It's not a predicament, Grace. It's an adventure.
Freddy freaker.
The idol we're here to help is named Asterion.
And you know who that is, right?
No. Should I?
That's the Minotaur's real name. You know, big bullhead, horns, lives in a giant labyrinth.
Pan did not mention that.
Why am I not surprised?
I am going to let Freddy die. Just for clarity, Freddy will die this playthrough.
This Minotaur. You don't think he might be dangerous, do you?
Well, traditionally he eats people, but he was also supposed to have been slain by the hero Theseus.
Well, not so slain after all. Pan says he has a problem with his love life.
Maybe he needs to stop eating all his girlfriends? Okay, I knew that sounded wrong the moment I said it.
We should go inside instead of standing out here in the fog.
It's more of a mist, really.
A mist potentially full of monsters.
In we go, then. Are you really planning on doing that favor for Pan?
Give it up for the party sensation, the life of the party, the dancing freak, Freddy Freaker dancing freaky freak. Whoa! Justice for Freddy. No! We already kissed Freddy. We dated Freddy in a past playthrough / past life.
Honestly, the reliquary is what I'm really interested in.
Ooh, a plan C. Go on.
There has to be some magical relic that could help me out. The trick will be finding it and getting my hands on it.
That will be a trick, yeah. I love your plans.
Uh-oh.
I guess the Titan thing is literal, huh?
Mortals within the reliquary. Who permits this intrusion, this sacrilege? This knowledge is not meant for the likes of you. I shall grind you into the dust from whence you came.
I am no mortal!
But I'm not mortal! Wow, does that sound weird coming out of my mouth?
You, perhaps, but the one with you? Mortals cannot learn of the knowledge kept here. Not ever!
Freddy special!
Freddy's not just any mortal. She's special. And she already knows about the idols.
We have been revealed. We are undone!
What? No, not undone. I swear, I can go if you want. I will. I'm not gonna tell a soul. It's enough that I even got to see this place. It is so amazing. It's like the Great Library of Alexandria, which, you know, was destroyed, and one of the greatest tragedies of human history.
I feel like if they added more reverb
I have created this
to her
sanctuary
voice.
at great cost. Knowledge is fragile and must be respected.
So I feel like if they added more reverb to her voice there, or made it more booming kind of thing, it would have more effect. Because her voice wasn't as... I felt like it wasn't as loud as it should have been. Of course we're gonna sing.
Maybe we should start over. My name's Grace. It's a pleasure to meet you.
No, you cannot be Grace.
Sure am.
Then Calliope is dead. Is that now? I thought that was not for another 11 months yet.
Yeah, that's now. Or very recently, anyway. I guess you don't get much news here in wherever this is.
It is between places, crafted by my own hand from the ether. Here in the books are written all things, past, present, and things that are yet to occur. Yes, it's right here. Calliope joins Grace's band. They become friends. Months later, there is an automobile accident, and...
An accident? No, that's not what happened.
Are you saying the books are wrong?
Guess I'm not the only one with a problem.
But this cannot be.
The sooner you accept that someone, somehow, screwed up your magic books, the sooner we can get on to figuring out what happened.
Uh-oh.
You will explain. We will both sit, and you will explain. There will be tea.
There will be tea.
Curious. It is clear something unanticipated has occurred, something outside the realm of fate.
Is that even possible?
It is, but I must follow the threads back to their source to find the origin of the deviation. It may take years of research.
Years? I don't have years.
That is unfortunate. If there is nothing else, I must ask you both to leave so I may begin at once.
Speaking of musicals, I've been wanting... So, since it was my birthday yesterday, I wanted to pick this week's movie night. And I wanted to pick Thumbelina. I wanted to pick Thumbelina as this week's movie. But I don't know if I can say that, because I don't know if anyone would actually want to watch Thumbelina.
Is there no way to speed that up? Whoever's behind it might be the murderer.
Such threads are not so easily untangled. I must consult the Moirai, if indeed they are not the ones responsible.
The Moi what?
You might know them as the Fates. They, or any beings of a sufficiently cosmic nature, have the power to undo the order of things.
That does not sound good.
Certainly not. They are also not beings I can summon at a whim to solve your mystery. I am sorry.
So, Thumbelina is a Don Bluth movie. The animator slash artist who did Anastasia, those types of movies. And it's based on a fairy tale, the fairy tale Thumbelina, of like the tiny, tiny, tiny human girl who was the size of a thumb, sewing thumb cover thing. And it's about... let me find a trailer for you. We can watch that together too. We need a trailer. Would this be a good trailer? It has Jodie Benson in it as well, and it's a musical. Let's see. We'll go with this trailer. Alright. Trailer time! Second trailer time! Hopefully this won't get my VOD muted. Alright, let me put it on for you. There we go. We'll watch this together.
I love love stories, don't you?
Once upon a time, in a land far, far away,
Thumbelina! She's a funny little squirt.
a very small girl, no bigger than a thumb,
I wish I were big. Don't ever wish to be anything but what you are.
had an impossible dream of finding her one true love.
Let me be your only love.
We'll live happily ever after.
But before her fairy prince could claim her heart,
She's gonna marry the fairy prince.
Well, perhaps.
she was stolen from her home.
Thumbelina's gone.
Who did it? A toad?
And lost to a very big world.
I'll find her.
You are going to marry my son?
Oh, no.
Thumbelina!
I hear that she loves the fairy prince, right?
Are you really gonna marry the fairy prince?
Yes.
Well, then follow your heart. It will lead you home. You're sure to do impossible.
From the enchanting pages of Hans Christian Andersen's storybook classic and the imagination of Don Bluth, director of An American Tale, comes a magical ride in a world brought to life by the music of Barry Manilow.
Oh, Thumbelina. I love great romances.
Thumbelina.
Woohoo!
Nothing is impossible if you follow your heart.
A lovely story.
Yeah, I love Don Bluth Sparks. I follow him on Twitter. I follow Don Bluth on Twitter now. I think he was running a art course recently where everybody, it was like pure pencil, paper stuff, no tablets and things like that, and they were like all working together. It was like a workshop kind of thing. But yeah, I think I would do that movie for movie night. I think I want to do it. And hopefully people want to see it. But I love Thumbelina and I love Don Bluth's works.
Actually, I came here to speak to Asterion. If, he is here.
A visitor for Asterion? How strange.
He's coming.
Oh, are we doing guests? Is that a thing? I didn't know.
Wow, okay. Freddy was right.
As if there was any doubt.
My old friend, this is Grace. She is our muse from the line of Calliope, and it is she who asked for you.
I'm here on behalf of Pan. He owes you a favor? Something to do with...
No! Pan? Nah, never heard of him.
Asterion, of course you know Pan.
No idea what he'd want. No, sir, no favours. Nah, not this Minotaur.
There you have it, Grace. I believe now is the time when you leave.
But there must be some mistake.
There is no mistake. Not this time.
Are you sure about that? Because I'm not going.
Music
It
time.
is written.
Did you hear that?
Not music
Pan sends me
time.
all this way and Asterion won't even talk to us?
Maybe there's another Asterion?
Yeah, more likely Pan's got me chasing my tail. This was pointless.
Well, I don't think we're getting back inside. Do you have another plan?
I'll write it in my Discord after this then that we can watch. I'll buy it as well because I've just been really wanting to see Thumbelina again for the longest time. I want to watch Romeo and Juliet as well. I want to watch Romeo and Juliet as well, but I feel like nobody would want to watch those types of movies with me.
I don't know if my powers will even work on Hecate, but it's worth a shot.
Ooh, a musical number. Do you think this one could be... do you hear what I'm hearing?
Oh, you still here? I had to run the entire... Oh, that's a long way, isn't it? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to send you away, alright? I just couldn't tell you, not in front of Kate.
Maybe now you can tell me what this big favor is.
Come on, isn't it obvious?
I heard what you said about Calliope. I can help you. I really, really can. It has to be you. I am so in love with my dear sweet Kate. I just don't know how to tell her. Please, help me tell her.
I'm gonna say that I'm gonna help him, but I'm gonna secretly sabotage him. That's what my plan is here.
Let me get this straight. You're in love with Hecate. That Hecate.
Oh, mate, Kate is... She's just the best. Like, she knows everything, and she always smells so good. Like, she's so nice to me, and she doesn't even have to be. Oh, we got stuck in the tower together because we can't live in the mortal world. I know I could make her happy. Well, I want to try. Oh, won't you help me?
I'm in my villain era. Plus, I made them fall in love already in the first one, so now is the time to destroy their love.
Have you tried, I don't know, talking to her about how you feel? I take that as a no.
I don't have the words. I've tried. Every time I end up knocking over a table or killing a cat or talking about how sometimes meat has that grisly texture I don't like.
You killed her cat? Oh, no.
It was a small cat. I panicked. I'm just not good at words. Right? Really not good.
Do you really call Hecate Kate? Off topic, I know, but I have to ask.
Sometimes she has to go into the mortal world for a short time and do things for Athena.
Uh-huh. And...
Well, she had to make up a magic disguise, a new identity. And I thought she should give it a proper name.
And you suggested Kate?
Yeah, she really liked it. She said, "Thank you, Asterion."
I feel like I should do a full genocide one, but this one is kind of a mix. So I could just say fuck you to everyone, but I am going to try and smooch Persephone, and I'll let her be queen of the underworld, but also let Freddy die and destroy Asterian's love. So it's kind of a mix.
Are you really the Minotaur? Like, the monster who roamed a maze and ate people?
And is supposed to be dead?
Well, my father locked me up in a labyrinth, but I never ate anyone.
Oh, well, that's good.
Except Theseus. But he was a bellend.
Fuck Theseus. Also, punch Athena in the face. That okay. So it's not exactly balanced, but it's not full villain error.
Okay, so you're in love with Hecate. What is it you think I can do?
A muse knows about poetry and the heart and how to make words beautiful. All I want is to ask her, but I need good words. Please say you'll help me.
I do this and you'll help me in return, right?
Athena made Kate swear she's not allowed to say anything about what happens at the tower. But she never made me swear. Maybe she never thought anyone would ask. But I'll tell you, even if Kate doesn't like it, I'll tell you.
If I do this first.
If you help me, any trouble will be worth it.
Yes, I'll help you.
I don't know. Doesn't this feel a little weird?
Which part?
Helping him woo her with my powers.
You heard what Pan said. You can't make anyone do anything they don't want to do. You can only make them say what's in their heart.
Yeah, that's the part I can't do.
Hecate might say no. You know that, right?
Well, she probably will. I mean, she's Kate. And I'm me. But just once, I'd like to be able to ask her, to say it out loud instead of thinking it. I'll still help you, no matter what she says. I promise.
I can't say I'm exactly sure what to do.
Can't you just, start the music?
Yeah, but to do what?
Oh, leave that to me. I am so excited about this, I can't even stand it.
What exactly did you have in mind, Freddy? I'll set up a vibe and you go for it.
I like Asterion. He's voiced by Rahul Kohli.
Speak from the heart. Be honest. You can do it.
You cast a spell on me. Not literally, obviously. But I feel in summary, you and me are meant to be. 'Cause you put a hex on me. You didn't do it to me directly. I'm not blaming you specifically, just that metaphorically. Shit, can someone help me? Right off the bat, I'm done. 'Cause you've gone all quiet, deafening silence. Just joking, having fun. So let's ignore that bit before.
I'm
knew this would come. It was written, a confession unbidden. You say that you're smitten, perhaps you're possessed. I have one request. Is this real how you feel, or is this part of some elaborate jest?
It's not, my love.
My love?
Yes, keep going. Try again.
You've cast a spell on me. It's a feeling that's killing me. But let's say categorically, oh Katie, it's just you and me. Everything I do for you is perfect for this minor tour. And sure, I killed your cat baboon, but watch me move this shelf all by myself.
I saw this day long ago. What to do, I do not know. I was dismissive of any true kind of love of my own. Yet I'm not alone. You have always been true. It is all too...
I don't mean to confuse you, my love.
My love?
Oh, God.
Is that too weird?
I have yet to decide, Asterion.
Then,
Keep it together, Asterion. Don't lose it.
Hecate, you've cast a spell on me, and I'm ashamed of what your magic has done to me. I could have kept my mouth shut, now it's agony, and you've gone all weird, and that's what I feared. Someone please rescue me.
Stand back, there's nothing to see. Everyone move along, it's a car crash of a song.
But you're wrong, make no apology. See, she hasn't disappeared.
She is standing right here.
I know when I stand next to you, I don't feel like such a freak. I know you feel that way too. You're not like other gods. My love, what are the odds that we're here? Us outsiders should cheer that we found each other.
Why didn't you open with that?
Oh, was that good?
I'm tempted, but what you're all telling me is nothing will go wrong, for it's destiny. Have you truly considered this carefully? Black magic takes a toll, and if you lose control, the cost is paid by reality. Is my heart worth everything going amiss? I cannot protect you from the dark abyss, so don't dismiss, just resist.
You think that I don't know the darkness inside of me? You know the stars, but do you remember your history? I love the person I have become. You changed me. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me. Come with me.
I cannot do this, Asterion. The pain you feel now is nothing compared to what would come.
But the pain I feel now, Kate, it's killing me.
I can take it away. You need only say the word.
Do it.
Wait.
I have to do this, Grace. I want this.
I call on the heralds of an ancient darkness to guide this sweet creature off this treacherous road. In all of creation, love is most leaden. I beg of the cosmos to lighten his load. For he may love, but will not be in love. For he may love. Your love was never a lie. It is simply no longer true. And I know, in my heart, I am rescuing you. The arrow of Eros I forced to undo. I put a spell on you.
That was really sad, actually. That was so sad.
It worked. I don't love you anymore. Well, no offense, Kate. I still like you and all, but...
Once a month, I shall place a glamour so that mortals will see you simply as a man. You may go out into their realm and look for the love you so desire.
I am... Thank you, Kate. It's not what I wanted, but it's more than I deserve.
If I had known you felt so, dear friend, I would have offered it long ago. As for you, Grace, I thank you for arranging this diversion, however it came to pass.
Didn't you know this was gonna happen ahead of time?
Yes, but it was also written that I would be surprised by Asterian's revelation. So I was. Those are the rules.
That is seriously weird.
It was also... what is the word? Fun? Rarely does revelry find its way into the reliquary.
Hi, Fearman. I am a monster. That was actually quite sad. How she just took away his love, so he won't feel pain over it because she can't return it. And also a bit funny how she's like, yeah, I knew this would happen, but I acted surprised anyway because I was supposed to be surprised by it.
You know, there is a way to repay me. I still need to find out who killed Calliope.
I fear I am oath-sworn to discuss no matters that occur within these halls.
But all I need is...
If there are revelations from my investigation into the abnormality, you shall be informed. Come, Asterian, there is much to be done. I will need my pens, a sample of blood, and you will need to dig up my cat.
Hey, wait for me outside, yeah?
How long are we supposed to wait? It's been over an hour.
I'm sure it's fine, Grace. I doubt the Minotaur would break his promise.
Stomp, stomp, stomp.
Say, what'd I tell you?
Whew. You still here? I'm sorry. Kate had a lot to say.
Are you sure you're okay? I mean, she made you fall out of love with her. Isn't that weird?
Oh, no. This is so much better. I just couldn't remember where I buried the cat. Right, so, I suppose you want to know how Calliope broke into the reliquary that night.
She did what?
No, we didn't know anything about that. Do you mean the night she died?
Oh, well, I thought you already knew. Yeah, the night Calliope died, she broke in somehow. Thing is, we know she didn't take anything or even touch anything. I just remember the alarms, and I chased after her.
What's the worst she can say? No? Proceeds to reject you with a song, and also make you forget it ever happened.
How do you know Calliope didn't touch or take anything?
Kate knows everything in the reliquary, right down to the last book. She's been looking, but she can't figure if anything was touched. It makes her so mad not to know. And it made Athena pretty mad too.
Athena got involved?
Yeah, when Kate finally told her, Athena wants Kate to keep investigating, but it doesn't look good.
Athena knows what happened here the night Calliope died?
Yeah, Kate told her a day or so later, I think. We didn't know Calliope died that night, though.
What? Athena didn't mention it?
Nope. Not that that's weird. She's not the chatty type, you know. She came in all quiet and cool, wanted to know who was here that night and what Calliope might have wanted. She swore Kate to silence. Not me, though. Guess she's not as smart as Kate.
You chased Calliope, but did you ever catch up with her?
No. If I'd have caught her, I'd have brought her back and Kate would have gotten answers out of her. All I know is that she was hurt, bleeding bad, but I don't know why. I wanted to help her, but she got away in the fog. Then I ran into Medusa.
Wait, what? Medusa? Here?
Yeah. Well, she's not normally here. I think maybe she was chasing after Calliope too.
How could Calliope have been wounded?
I don't know. Maybe Medusa did it. Probably not, though. You know, I never saw Medusa near the reliquary, just out in the fog, so she never even got that close.
So whatever happened to Calliope happened inside the reliquary?
I guess. But we don't have anything that would attack anyone. Especially not an idol.
So someone else. But they did it inside the reliquary.
If so, they vanished after.
I still need to figure out what to do with Medusa.
What was Medusa doing here?
She was chasing after Calliope too, I think, but she wouldn't say why. I asked.
Seems pretty convenient. Her just out there suddenly.
Yeah, that part's weird. I've never seen her near the reliquary before.
Couldn't Medusa have broken in like Calliope did?
Yeah, but I chased Calliope from the reliquary. If Medusa had been there, I would have seen her.
Did you say the reliquary has alarms? Like burglar alarms, cameras?
Oh, no, nothing like that. It just has a lot of protections. You know, magic.
I don't know magic, actually.
Oh, well, it's just meant to keep the dangerous stuff from being touched. It was set off, so something happened in the reliquary. We just, don't know what exactly.
Those alarms don't go off if someone breaks into the reliquary? They don't detect intruders?
Well, normally nobody does that.
Calliope did. Someone else could have.
Yeah, but the alarms are just to protect all the books and relics. That's it. Whatever Calliope did here, it was enough to set off the alarms. That's all I know.
What relics are there? Maybe Calliope was looking for one, but couldn't find it before...
Yeah, that I'm not supposed to say.
Do you have the golden fleece, the shield of Zeus, the sword of Damocles? Is it suspended?
You know a lot about that stuff for a mortal.
So it's all real?
I can neither confirm nor deny any of that. All I know is that nothing got used and nothing got taken.
This means Calliope came here the night she died. This is where she was attacked.
But we don't know by whom.
Well, this is the second time Medusa's name has come up. That can't be a coincidence.
Well, she's super scary, but, you know she works for Athena, right? I thought maybe that's why she was here, but Athena said she didn't know about it.
That does seem suspicious.
If that's all you need, then I have to go. Kate will be so mad if she finds me gone. Good luck, Muse.
Time to see Medusa.
You okay there, friendo?
I just can't help but feel like I'm missing something right in front of me.
How so?
Calliope came here for a reason. Why? Someone has to know because they knew she was here.
True.
And Athena knows what went down here. She can't honestly still think it was me, can she?
One thing at a time, Grace. You'll figure it out. I know you will.
I guess so. Next thing is to go back to Pan. Tell him his favor is done.
What an adventure.
Sorry?
You're just lucky, Grace. Luckier than you think. You go do what you have to, and I'll meet you back at the apartment, okay?
I like how Freddy is like, you're so lucky that you're going to be executed in about a week's time, and you have to clear your name.
I hope you're here, because I don't know where else to look for you.
Of course I'm here, Grace. Where else would I be but amongst the trees and the wild things? I really must thank you, by the by. Asterion is simply over the moon, and he's already repaid me with this select tome from the reliquary.
You used me!
That's why you did all this? Because you wanted some book?
Not just some book, but a tome from the forbidden depths.
I doubt Hecate would be pleased.
Oh, most assuredly not. Neither would Athena, which makes it all the more delicious. I trust you got what you needed. More grist for the mill of your innocence, as it were.
You already knew I would, right?
Oh? Did I?
Come on, Pan. How stupid do you think I am? The place you sent me for this favor just happens to be where Calliope was attacked. You had to know I'd discover that. If you wanted me to know, why not just tell me? What's the angle? Tell me why I shouldn't be suspicious, Pan.
You have no reason to be suspicious. I know nothing of what happened to Calliope at the reliquary. I suppose the question at the heart of this is, do you believe me?
Well, to be fair, I tried so hard to romance Freddy in the first playthrough, and every time I try to flirt with her, she's like, "You're so funny, my good pal, my best friend, my old buddy, my amigo." And now she can be my friend, I guess.
Give me a reason to believe you, Pan.
You want the ever-elusive proof. If I had that to offer, do you think I would hesitate to share it? Alas, it is my burden to be forever condemned by my idle brethren. I've become accustomed to it. Truly. I've never lied to you, Grace, and I never shall. If you're looking for innocence, however, well, I'm afraid that's one thing I cannot provide.
And if I can't accept that? If I find out you're somehow involved in this?
You'll do what you do, and I'll do what I do, and we'll see where that takes us.
If you're still up for trading favors, I could use more help.
Oh, of course you could. You could live the high life, Grace. Throw caution to the wind. Embrace what you can before you...
die.
Before I die? You don't have any hope for me, do you? You're just taking what you can get before it's over.
I've seen this story many times, Grace. I've told this story many times. And it always ends the same way.
What's the point of even getting to know me then? Right?
Will she talk to me?
Back from your visit to the reliquary?
How did you know I was there?
Athena was ranting about it when I left her. She's none too pleased about you breaking the rules. Let's hope what you learned was worth it. Medusa was at the reliquary that night. You don't intend to confront her directly, do you?
Yes.
You think I shouldn't? How else will I find out why she was there?
There's always a way, Grace. Asking someone directly isn't the only method. Still, while I hate to say it, confronting Medusa may be your best option.
You could come with me when I talk to her.
Trust me, if I'm anywhere within a mile, she'll have vanished by the time you so much as knock on her door. Just lie to me and say you'll be careful. Now then, unless you've something else to ask?
No, not really.
That's it.
I'll see you later, Persephone.
You wouldn't even let me say anything.
This must be the Viper's Nest. Scariest part of town, no sign. Just that one dude glaring at everyone. Well, I'm here now. Just another day in the life of an idol.
Oh, there you are. Man, this place is the worst. I think someone peed on me.
Freddy? What are you doing here?
What, you thought I wouldn't notice you skulking off? You didn't even bring any equipment, Grace.
Freddy, I left you behind for a reason. Don't you realize how dangerous this could be?
Do you not realize how dangerous this could be?
Yeah, but I'm an idol. You're...
Very enthusiastic. There are worse
Pan.
qualities in a mortal, I assure you.
Oh, it's you.
It is me. How exciting, no?
Pan, what are you doing here?
I'm the one who told you about this place. You didn't expect my curiosity to get the better of me?
Why are you really here, Pan? The truth this time.
I need to have some dastardly ulterior motive other than to be of assistance. For shame, Grace.
You just don't get it, do you? The act is wearing real thin.
It's true. I am a bad man, and I spoke poorly.
And? That's it?
I'd hope even you, Freddy, could see that advice from an idol might be useful here.
I suppose.
If you have any advice, Pan, I'm all ears.
Well, I assume you know how Medusa became what she is.
She used to be human, right? And then Athena cursed her. Pretty unfairly, too.
Now, however, Athena hasn't the power to undo her own curse. Or so she claims.
That's gotta suck.
Medusa isn't happy about it, no. Yet she survives because she must. As do we all.
Medusa is the one who turns people into stone just by looking at them, right?
People, yes. Idols, not so much. Or that's my assumption. I'll admit to not knowing if she's ever turned her gaze on one of us.
Great. Is there any way to make someone not a statue, if it turns out she can?
Short of Medusa dying? No. Not unless she wishes it.
Apollo said she's some kind of spy master for Athena. Is that right?
A truer description, I'd say, is that she's more Athena's servant. Poor thing can't survive on her own. So she's become whatever Athena needs. Spy master, enforcer, provider of garden statuary.
That doesn't sound fair.
It isn't. But keep in mind, Medusa is no helpless maiden. She is as clever as she is dangerous. And Athena knows it.
Medusa's clever and works for Athena, but what's she really like?
She doesn't exactly come to the parties, Grace. Medusa is an enigma to most of us. If idols hide in the shadows, she lurks in even darker places. She's an outsider, and she loathes us as much as she needs us.
Is she dangerous?
Let's just say we're all rather relieved she stays away.
Let's do this!
Okay, enough talking. Time to do this.
See? That's the spirit. Now there's simply the matter of getting you in before she's aware you're here.
You're gonna help her do that?
Why not? You're more apt to become a statue than to be any true help, my dear.
Knock it off, both of you. I have a plan for getting inside.
A word of advice before we proceed. Once you find Medusa, make the number a knockout.
Wink, wink. Let's try this one.
Did you really have to follow us up here? You grunted the entire climb.
Those were exertions. I'm a hardy but delicate flower.
Huh. Just the kind of help we needed.
Neither of you are helping. I have to concentrate to pick this open.
Are you sure it's wise to go jumping in through a skylight, Grace? It's rather dramatic.
I happen to like drama.
She is not kidding. One time, Grace got the whole university evacuated because she...
I could have done this on my own without the commentary.
But then Freddy and I would miss the spectacle. And what's the fun in that?
And there we go. Coming?
Absolutely. This is the fun part.
Maybe let's split up and look around.
I do like this part.
who's that there? You've messed up my flow. Just get your drink, girl, and take your seat. Oh. It's the muse. There are sacred bites. And then there's this sacred bite. So wrong. So right. I'm really gonna hate myself tonight.
Before you start the show, Pan said to say hello. That's what he said to say.
Well, any friend of Pan's is a friend of Pan's.
Okay. I hate to interrupt your flow. There's just some things I need to know. I wish there was another way.
Yes, you do. Now, look into me. Your body goes freely every time as it tenders, turning jelly as it renders. I think you're saying I can't speak, and that was why can't I speak? I call it the preparation. All right, that's fine. You want the boring facts? Well, dear, this process makes your meat relax. Turn you to stone and miss that lovely musy taste of you. And it's just murder on the trumpers too. That thing you said before, you're right, it's true. Feels extra special doing something you can't undo. Look into me. Oh, she's looking away. Hey,
I'm just a temporary muse. Wait,
a temporary muse.
I'm not worth the price.
It's not something you can choose.
Not some exotic slice. I'm afraid only idols can look away from me.
Nice try.
Athena made you like this.
She was mad at me, so.
Well, why was she mad?
She said I'd been bad.
Had you been?
No. Now look into me.
Listen, Medusa. She hides you in shame, but she uses you all the same. You could live another way. If I was treated like you, I'd be a monster too.
That's kind to say, but you could never be a creature like me. You didn't kill
Calliope. So you know that it's true that I didn't do it.
No.
Yes, you do know. You know, does that mean Athena knows?
No. Okay. It's dinner time. You're not gonna watch? Fine, grace.
Don't you see, Medusa? You are just hurting. Your queen's a user. Your Athena's feet will be Persephone.
Slightly tougher.
She's a friend
Maybe what?
They must be hypnotized by your amazing butchness.
Must be, I guess.
Are they serious?
That depends. What do you think, Medusa? Will you help me out?
Oh, fine. Fine. What exactly is it that you want, pretty muse?
Why were you at the reliquary?
You were at the reliquary the night Calliope was murdered. I want to know why.
Blast! This is why I didn't tell Lady Athena. I knew it would come back to haunt me. I only followed pretty Calliope to the reliquary. I never spoke to her, never even caught up to her. I swear it.
That's what Asterion told us, more or less.
But you were there that night.
Yes, I admit it. Ugh, Lady Athena will have my head. She'll mount it on a pike. Whatever you might think of me, I had no part in the Muse's death. I did not even know she'd been attacked until I saw her fleeing.
Asterion said he caught up with you out in the fog. Is that right?
I thought he was the one who had attacked her. He is a great beast of a creature.
Oh, that seems rather unlikely. The bull's as gentle as a lamb.
Yes.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Yes, I only realized my mistake once I caught up to him, and by then the Muse was gone.
And you never found her afterwards?
I thought she might flee to her pretty home, or to the sharp and prickly Persephone. She did neither.
Yeah, she came to see me. You followed Calliope to the reliquary. Why were you shadowing her at all?
I am Lady Athena's spy master, yes. Calliope has been trouble from time to time.
So you were spying on her?
I keep watch over every idol who no longer lives in Olympus, but especially Calliope. When I realized she was headed to the reliquary that eve, I followed. I had a duty to Athena.
Did you ever find out why Calliope went there?
I was never close enough to ask. When I drew near to the reliquary, that is when I saw the Muse fleeing. She was frightened, blooded, dying.
A tasty snack for you to hunt down.
I gave chase, yes, but to discover the truth. I knew Lady Athena would wish to know.
That does make sense from your perspective.
I didn't learn the truth until later. And then it was far too late.
You haven't told Athena any of this? You agreed to help, remember?
I told her Calliope was at the reliquary that night. I did not tell her I was also there.
Why not? Wouldn't Athena find out from Hecate anyway?
I was not thinking clearly. I panicked. Lady Athena barely tolerates my presence as it is. If she thought I was involved in any way, if she even suspected...
Why should we believe you? You did just try to eat me, remember?
I agreed to help you. I speak the truth.
Right, and not at all trying to cover your own ass.
You presented an opportunity. Oh, to taste the sweet, sweet blood of a hero once again. It's a problem. I've been working on it, I really have.
Oh, Medusa.
Well, what of you? The only reason I knew Calliope was going to the reliquary is because you informed me.
Well...
Speaking of covering one's ass...
It is true. But, Grace, I can explain.
I'll bet you can. Let's put a pin in that for the moment, shall we?
I am a monster. It's true, I do not deny it. It's still... I did not kill the Muse.
I don't think Medusa is a bad person. She is a sweetheart. She has a good heart, but she is who she is now. She can't help that if she needs to eat people. It's not within her control. It's not her fault that Athena did this to her.
Okay, let's say we believe you. For the moment.
I've told you everything I know. We have a bargain. You said my curse might be lifted.
Hey, I'll ask Persephone. That's all I can do.
Whatever you do, pretty Muse, I beg you. Do not tell Athena of my indiscretion. Show mercy. I know what I am horrifies you. It horrifies me as well. I cannot help what I am. I did not ask to be cursed like this.
Whether I tell Athena depends. Have you done this before?
Medusa, what happened to Artemis?
She left? I am a lost and cursed thing. No idol. If Lady Athena should learn the truth...
Medusa ate Artemis.
I hope you find what you seek, pretty muse. And that we meet again someday. And sing a different song.
Okay, so that was fun. Grace, I'll meet you back at home.
Now, before you say anything...
You knew. Right from the start, you knew Calliope was there that night.
Well, yes. She asked for the key and I gave it to her, no questions asked. I never lied to you, Grace. I said I didn't know what became of Calliope at the reliquary, and I didn't. But I wanted to, so I nudged you in the right direction.
You lied to me.
And lied about why?
I omitted things, yes. Much like dear Medusa, I was rather hoping to avoid suspicion falling my way.
I've never lied to you, Grace, and I never shall.
I am trying to help, Grace. In my way.
What do you mean, in my way? What way is that?
The way where I don't take all the blame.
What else will I discover, Pan? I'd rather learn it now than later.
I wish I could tell you, Grace. I truly do.
Right. Persephone?
Back again so soon, Grace? You're practically a regular at the club.
I just wanted to see
Did
you.
you end up finding Medusa? Or did she vanish the moment you came near, like she does with every other idol?
She definitely did not vanish. Maybe I better explain what happened.
I knew it. We never should have brought that monster to the New World. Athena is a fool to think Medusa can be controlled. You're fortunate to have made it out in one piece. It could have gone very poorly for you.
If only you'd been there, Persephone.
You're right. I should have brought you to protect little old defenseless me.
Ah. If I'd gone, you would have found nothing more than an empty building, I assure you.
Because you're so big and scary.
I'm glad you appreciate my finer qualities.
At any rate, Medusa might be in the clear. Pan, however, is not.
I don't imagine you've confronted him yet.
He admitted to selling out Calliope, but not to killing her. I don't know if I can believe him.
Nor I. Pan would do anything to save his own skin. Allow me some time to consider our next move. Now then, unless you've something else to ask?
No, not really. I'll see you later, Persephone.
Wait. What about talking to Persephone about helping Medusa? Are we not doing that?
Oh, hi, Grace. I can just call you Grace, right?
That's my name. Where's Freddy?
she went out to get snacks. We were gonna watch TV while we waited, but, well, here you are.
This is weird.
Will there be an idol here every time I come home? Just walking into my apartment, uninvited?
Oh, I was invited. Freddie said I could stay. I haven't touched anything, I swear.
Not really my point.
Anyway, I guess Athena wants to talk? I can zip us over to Olympus anytime, if you're free.
So this is what you do? Ferry people around?
I'm the god of messengers, baby. Travelers, doorways, any kind of transition, really. The old Hermes said that the transition part made even more sense for me, which, you know, extra cool, right?
Yeah, that's true.
I can connect any two doorways anywhere, just like that. So it's super easy to take people wherever. I don't mind.
You mentioned the old Hermes a lot. You knew him?
Yeah, I was homeless for a while. It wasn't a great time, and he took me in. Everyone's on the same journey, he used to say. Only the roads are different. And then he went on his journey. Man, I still miss him every day.
Wait, isn't he still inside you? Aren't you kind of the same person now?
Not yet. It's only been a year. Maybe I'll feel him again one day. That'd be nice.
You say it's easy, but do you like doing all these errands?
Huh. Yeah, I never thought about it. It's nice to have a purpose. Athena is super sweet, and she has a big, important job. Why wouldn't I want to help her out?
You can't be this nice. Are you for real?
Aw, well, the old Hermes used to say that a willingness to serve is more important than a willingness to be served.
Old Hermes sounds like a nice person.
Do I have a choice about seeing Athena? I'm not in the habit of being at anyone's beck and call.
I mean, I guess you could say no, but I wouldn't. If Athena wants something, she's gonna get it eventually. She had that look in her eyes, like she really wants to talk to you.
Hi, Speed!
Here. Everyone else does.
Athena entered the mortal world? And now she doesn't do that ever. Can you imagine?
Happy after your birthday and after your birthday. Thank you. It's been a really good after birthday day. How are you today? I hope your day is going well today.
How does Athena manage never entering the mortal world?
She doesn't have to, I guess. Everyone brings her everything she needs. And that creepy owl of hers? Apollo says it's her eyes out in the world. It's everywhere. Watching.
So what, she just never leaves the building?
She'll go to the reliquary and places like that. Just never where mortals are. She wears a toga and calls cars iron horses.
Let's go. Yay, I'm glad your day is going well.
I suppose there's no point in putting it off. Do your thing. Take me to Olympus.
Okay. Oh, when you see Freddie, tell her I'm sorry I couldn't stick around for the movie. And mind if I say something?
Sure.
You've changed. I mean, from the person I met when I first came here. When, you know, you got it together really quick.
Thanks, I guess.
Can't wait to punch Athena in the face! Wait, I have an... Okay. I'm gonna do kick-ass trait this time. Charming. What trait should I get? I wasn't expecting a second trait. I had charming the first time. Alright. What trait do you think I should get? Should I be aggressive? Or charming? I'm leaning towards aggressive. Because my plan for this route... yes. I wanna... So, I've done one playthrough of this already, and this playthrough is my second one where I'm just exploring the things that I didn't do. So I had a couple of things. I want to kiss Persephone. I want to kiss Persephone. So I don't know if charming will come in handy for that. But I also want to punch Athena in the face. Alright. I'll just go aggressive.
There you are, Grace.
Okay,
Do have a seat.
I prefer to stand, thanks.
As you like. You've certainly been busy, haven't you? Everywhere I turn, there you are. Including the reliquary.
Oh.
I'm uncertain how you got access, but even you must have realized it's off limits. Particularly for your mortal friend.
You're annoyed?
Sorry to be annoying.
I'm not annoyed, my dear. I'm concerned what new trouble you'll find in attempting to escape your old trouble.
Oh well, I'll try to die more quietly next time.
You think our judgment was rash? It was. In truth, I worried that giving you time, letting us all get to know you, would make it harder in the end. I am sorry, Grace. You may not believe it, but I care deeply. I care about what happens to you and to all the idols.
You don't care at all! Like you care about Medusa?
Like you care about Medusa?
You cursed her!
She lives like that because you cursed her. Have you even tried to undo it? I'm betting not, because she's useful like this, and that's where your caring ends.
Zeus was the first to leave. King of the gods. And we don't even know what became of him. Vanished into the ether. Poseidon was next. Walked out into the seas, never to be heard from again. Ares betrayed us. Hephaestus saved us. Hades was murdered. And by one of our own. The list goes on.
So you add to it. I show up and you kill me off because you can't be too careful.
We are dying, Grace. I don't mean diminishing or drifting apart. I mean, our immortality is disappearing. Very soon now, the idols will be no more. We are a legacy that spans millennia, dating back to the very dawn of humankind. So yes, I care. I will do anything and everything in my power to avoid that fate, even if it appears unfair.
You know, it's too bad. I've been an idol for 5 minutes, and I've been out there solving problems you've all wrestled with for how long now? I could have helped you, Athena. I could have helped all of you. But you don't see that, do you? You're so busy holding on to what you have. You can't see what you're throwing away.
I know we've put a great deal on your shoulders, Grace. I do. All I called you here to ask is that you please not make my job more difficult than it already is. If you have any other questions or concerns, now's the time to bring them up.
Medusa.
All right, let's talk about Medusa.
Again, if you wish. What of her?
Was I right? That you haven't even tried to undo the curse that you inflicted on her?
I wish I could remove the curse. I'm afraid the Athena who bestowed it is long gone. She was prideful, that Athena. As prideful as she was powerful, I'm ashamed to say.
The current Athena is responsible for everything she's done.
I am well aware, Grace. What is it that you would have me do exactly?
How about you stop treating her like a servant? Maybe send her somewhere she won't be tempted all the time.
Oh, well, if you happen to hear of a diet camp for man-eating monsters, by all means, do let me know. Now, if there isn't anything else...
Tell me about Pan.
What do you know of Pan?
Pan? That's not a name I expected to hear. Been sniffing around you, has he?
I have some suspicions, and I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
Pan lurks at the edges because he likes it there, seeking out whatever profit he thinks he can get away with. Avoid him, dear, or he'll stick to you like gum to the bottom of your shoe.
Who has access to the reliquary? Is it anyone with a key, or...
Doesn't matter. You gained access, so clearly it is not difficult to get. Speaking of which, I don't suppose you'll tell me who gave you that key.
I won't tell you. You're kidding, right?
Gave it to me. Athena, I had that key all along.
You what?
It's just like you thought. I used it to attack Calliope that night. Then I brought her back home to finish her off. A mortal with a plan, baby. Stole my way into godhood. Watch me roar.
That's not funny, Grace.
What's funny is that you thought I'd tell you without getting anything in return. Speaking of the reliquary, you went there, right? Once Hecate told you what happened?
Yeah, I was not impressed by the delay.
If you had known about that, the night Calliope died, would it have made a difference?
The chances are exceedingly small that you attacked her there, it's true. Yet, Calliope was weakened, which made her more vulnerable prey for an enterprising mortal. One she knew. Perhaps the incidents are connected, perhaps not. I cannot afford the risk of uncertainty, Grace. I'm sorry.
I don't think I should ask this question because I don't think Pan's the killer. I know Pan's not the killer.
I guess I'll get back to my investigation.
I am rooting for you, Grace. If there's another way to resolve this, any way at all, I will take it.
Will you? Really?
Good luck. Feel free to take a cookie on your way out.
Don't take it personally, Grace. Athena's first instinct is to follow the rules whenever things get rough. As if she believes that if the idols don't blindly follow every rule to the letter, we'll dissolve into utter chaos.
Well, is she right?
Probably.
Do you think she's telling the truth about the idols dying out?
I'm not sure. I mean, if it is true, why hasn't she told the rest of the chorus?
It sounds like she doesn't trust you.
Well, the feeling is mutual. At any rate, I'm afraid we're going to have to disappoint her again.
Uh-oh. What now?
You need to go back to the reliquary, Grace.
I bet I know why.
Let me guess. To figure out why Calliope went there in the first place.
Exactly.
It's the only piece of the puzzle we're missing. Calliope went there because she had a plan. But what plan?
If she left clues behind, wouldn't Hecate have found them already?
That's a really good question.
We can't ask Calliope what her plan was. But you might be able to remember what she was doing there.
Her memories?
Yeah.
Well, I thought that it will take years, yes. But if you go somewhere important to Calliope, or touch something special to her, you'll get flashes, feelings.
Do you want Grace to go to the reliquary so she can have deja vu?
I'm willing to wager the place Calliope met her fate has left its mark in Grace's psyche. We have only to uncover it.
Yeah. Look. Apollo made me uncomfortable. I felt like they were trying to push me into a relationship with Apollo. All because I made one singular mistake in my playthrough. One singular mistake. And then I just kept having like all of these heart options with Apollo, and I'm just like, please, I don't want this.
Last time Freddy and I were there, Hecate wouldn't let us into the reliquary. Not without Athena's permission.
I'm certainly not suggesting we ask Athena for permission.
Then you mean...
A week ago, I would have said breaking into the reliquary was impossible. Yet it appears Hecate can be surprised. If her book says she will be.
Let's hope the book says that again, I guess.
Unless you've some other plan. I'm all ears, as they say.
What about the alarms? I'm not eager to have Asterion chasing me through the fog.
Calliope snuck in without setting off any alarms. At least at first.
Well, I'll be following in Calliope's footsteps, won't I? What if I follow the wrong footstep and set them off?
Then they discover you and we apologize profusely.
Will not be a good look, though, just saying.
Are you sure about this? You want me to wander around hoping something comes to me?
I do know something about how memories work after the transition, but no, I'm not certain. You want certainty? Wait until your trial. Without discovering more, the outcome of that is certain.
What if Medusa is lying? What about Pan? We could look into him some more, couldn't we?
Oh, my, you're just full of ideas, aren't you? Do you have any suggestions regarding how we might go about doing that?
Deja vu it is.
Well,
Let's say I do this. What am I hoping to find?
Some memory of who attacked Calliope, or why she was there. Anything we could work with. I've spoken to almost all the idols, and every single one says they hadn't seen or heard from her. If she was keeping to herself, then why now? What started this? We're missing something important, Grace.
What if Grace goes there and the memory she sees is that she attacked Calliope? A Grace from the future. It'd be a twist.
Is there really no other way? This seems a bit desperate.
That's because we are desperate, Grace. Either we take this shot at learning the truth, or we overthrow Athena and the chorus by force, and disregard this stupid trial.
She's joking, right? She's joking, right?
Let's do it!
Right then. Back to the reliquary it is.
Any idea how you want to do this, Grace? Because I'm game to help.
Cool. I'm sure we can figure something out.
I can't go in with you. Hecate would sense me right away. I will, however, stay close by. If anything happens, I'll come. Hecate won't stop me. The Minotaur won't stop me. Nothing will.
Why is there no heart option? Why is there no heart option? Please.
Gosh, it almost seems like you care.
Ugh, can we just get on with this already?
Get out of here, Freddy! Alright. Should we be honest? Or sneak in? We'll be honest.
Ah, so that is now.
Oh, you were expecting us?
It is written that you would come, yes.
That is so cool. I kid you not.
Yet it was also written that you would sneak into the reliquary as Calliope did, so this encounter is unanticipated.
You must know why we're here, though.
Yes, although why you refuse to ask Athena for permission, I cannot fathom.
Because she would refuse, probably.
Without question. So how can my answer be any different than before?
The only reason you won't let me in is because Athena forbids it, right?
She is the one to whom I made my promise, yes.
What if I said that she's a suspect in Calliope's death?
Is she a suspect?
Yeah.
She's an idol. I don't know that she's not a suspect. Yet. Without more evidence, isn't her command potentially self-serving?
You will regret this. That is also written.
That is a yes.
Go quickly. Look, but do not touch. The reliquary stores many artifacts, some dangerous.
Got it. Okay, Grace. What the heck do you do now?
I like Hecate. I think she's such a cool character in this.
Of all the times to not have Freddy around, she'd love this. First things first, how do I do this? Where do I even start? Calliope must have been here. She could have stood in this very spot. Maybe if I just focus.
I would like... Well, she does give us tea. Does that count? We do have tea with Hecate.
Yeah, it's weird. Like, I've definitely been here before.
I noticed the mirror already. Let's try and skip to it.
Shouldn't that be in a museum somewhere? I don't even know what language that is. They should really charge for tours. It's kind of amazing. Freddy, are you out there? Can you hear me? What am I doing? All that'll do is tell everyone where I am.
There we go. I hope Freddy's ready to get stabbed.
This is it. Calliope was here. She was standing right here. And she... Uh-oh.
We can talk about this.
I don't suppose there's any chance you'll put those knives away. Okay, then. What's happening? Why didn't it work? Grace? Freddy! We've got to run. My powers don't work on them. They just keep coming.
Got their powers.
No, I won't let you.
Wait, who do you mean?
Freddy!
This is kind of weird. Why did Grace and Freddy separate in this scenario? Yeah. Last time they split. It didn't really explain why they split. I just went in on my own and I guess I was following. I don't know. I can't. I'm not sure.
Oh God. Oh God, Freddy.
By the gods.
You summoned the Furies.
What?
Those beings were the Furies, beyond all our laws. Not idols, but the embodiment of retribution. How did you draw them here?
I didn't. There was a big mirror, but I didn't even touch it.
There is only one mirror of which you could be speaking. That used by the goddess Nyx to contact the Fates. Using the mirror would not have brought the Furies down upon you. Not unless the Fates themselves decreed it.
I didn't talk to any Fates. There were figures in the mirror, but they vanished when the Furies got there.
This was no defense or spell of the reliquaries. I do not have the power to summon the Furies, and I know none who do. You should consider yourself fortunate, Grace. They do not desist until retribution has been exacted. But now is when you leave. Pray the knowledge you obtained was worth the price.
Persephone, we can't just... There must be something we can do.
She made her choice, Grace.
No! It's not right!
Come. There's nothing more to be done.
I have her hat. I mean, that's a good thing to remember her by, right?
I'm sorry it came to this, Grace. It's clear what your friend meant to you.
I barely knew her, to be honest.
How could that happen? Hecate said it wasn't part of the reliquary, so how...
It was an attack. On you. Grace, is that how Calliope died? Was she also attacked by the Furies? Do you remember?
Yeah. She meant to use the mirror, but she never had the chance before they came.
No doubt sent by the same person. Perhaps for the same reason.
Who could send the Furies after me? Even Hecate had no idea who possessed that kind of power.
No one does, not these days. Hecate herself would have been my guess. Zeus might have, in his role as king of old Olympus, but he is long gone.
Clearly someone can do it.
Unless they weren't summoned. They could have been responding to something you did unwittingly, something Calliope also did. And what that could be, I'm afraid I have no clue.
So, I am conscious on time because it's been about 2 hours and we only just got into Act 3 now, and I think that would be another 2 hours, maybe? Question mark?
If the Furies are so powerful, why did they stop? They just stabbed Freddy and left.
They're not assassins, Grace. They exist to punish. They demanded blood, and blood was taken. It didn't need to be yours.
So if Freddy hadn't interfered...
They wouldn't have rested, not ever, until they had their due.
I know Calliope was there to use the mirror, but it was just feeling. I still don't understand why.
There's only one use for that mirror, to speak to the Fates.
Yeah, okay, but why?
The Fates know all that is or will be. Destiny is theirs to command, or so it's said. One contacts them either to know one's fate, or to change it. Not that the Fates are likely to oblige.
I wanted to play some V-Rising as well, but I don't know if it will be too late by the time I finish.
What are the Furies? They didn't seem like people.
Think of them as forces of nature, but an aspect mortals rarely encounter. They're older than any idol. They were created to enforce the ancient laws.
There are ancient laws now?
Well, there were. Laws even the idols had to obey, from the earliest days of old Olympus. Even if they still existed and you'd broken one, we would all know. These are not petty crimes one stumbles into.
Can these Fates really control the future?
They control the fate of all beings. I imagine it's they who give Apollo his powers, and they who write Hecate's books.
So someone really didn't want Calliope messing with them.
Or you, it seems.
Could it have been the Fates? Maybe they don't like being called on now for anything.
They're not known to be vindictive. If they don't want to answer, they simply won't.
I want to see a picture of them. I want to play if you want to play. If you mean, I want to play if you want to play. Maybe. If you want to. I've been wanting to get the DLC for V-Rising, where you can be a grandma. A grandma. Let me see if I can find it. V-Rising DLC. Is it too expensive? Which pack would it be in? There's a bunch of them. Founders? Founders are fucking expensive. Oh, it's in the Founders, but that's like £20. Never mind. Maybe, unless... I'll stick with what I have for now, and if there's a sale, maybe I'll get it then. Wait, let me see. Okay. Oh, they're like succubus. They look like succubus.
I don't know what to do. We still have no idea why Calliope wanted to talk to the Fates.
Well, there is another way to ask them.
I wondered how long that would take. Hecate
What are you
is
doing in my
enraged.
house?
She's threatened to close off the reliquary entirely and forever. Athena is beside herself.
How long have you been standing there?
Long enough. You just had to keep pushing, didn't you? Until you got what you wanted.
This isn't about me. We're out of options, Apollo, and you know there's only one other way to contact the Fates.
Oh, how convenient.
Stop fighting! Why are you here?
Why are you here, Apollo? You made it clear I was on my own.
Well, you're not on your own, are you? You have the selfless Persephone to guide you.
May I explain it to Grace, or do you have another option, Apollo? If so, now's the time.
You're right.
I thought not.
You're right. I had
The
the
Fates will
open
respond
sign.
to the ruler of Hades, the true underworld and realm of the dead. What I propose is that we go there and take back the throne that was stripped from me.
Is Apollo right? Is this something you planned all along, Persephone?
Meaning what? What, that I knew what would occur at the reliquary? Perhaps you think I'm the one who unleashed the Furies upon you.
You've waited for this opportunity for over a century.
Waited, yes. Bided my time. And the moment has arrived.
But that's not why you originally agreed to help me?
No, that's not why.
Is that something we can do? Just go to the land of the dead and, overthrow it?
Truth be told, there isn't much to overthrow. Few mortals still believe in Hades, and thus its halls have been nearly empty for eons.
So how do you...
The throne itself is the key, both symbolically and literally. Claim it, and Hades is yours.
But you can't claim it because you're barred from Hades.
By a rule that we would need to break were we to do this, yes.
Okay, we'll see how it goes. I'll try to finish. I'll try not to take too long, I mean.
How do we get to Hades? Do we need a key, like the reliquary?
Athena took my key, and the entrance at Lake Avernus was sealed long ago, which leaves only Hermes.
They won't take you.
They might, if you ask them to. Then why did you come, Apollo? To gloat? To wish Grace well? Or to actually help? Get us there. I'll lead us to the throne, and Grace can speak with the Fates. It's simple.
So if we go to Hades and, find your throne, how much trouble would that get us into, exactly?
A great deal.
It's not as if Athena could execute Grace a second time.
But she's already been warned about breaking more rules.
The responsibility of this will be mine. Let Athena try to take my throne again.
Is there really no other way to talk to these Fates? Do we have to take the nuclear option?
Do you want to try going back to the reliquary?
No. No, hell no.
The only other person with a direct connection to the Fates is Apollo here.
You know it doesn't work like that.
Then it's the throne or nothing, isn't it?
Okay. No need to keep selling me on it, I'm in.
You are?
Yeah. I need to punch something really hard. Or overthrow hell. I'm good with either of those things.
Did you see that, Apollo? You see, that is what a backbone looks like.
I can't. I'm sorry, but this is a step too far.
And consider this, Apollo. Grace's mortal friend was slain by the Furies, according to the old laws.
Her soul is in Hades.
Wait, what? You said Hades was empty.
Your friend may, in fact, be the first new soul to enter its halls in many years.
And thus could leave it. Fine. I'll get you into Hades. But I'm not going with you.
If that's what you prefer, by all means.
It's fine, Hermes. Get this over with.
Shall I wait here, or...?
No. I'm not gonna lie to them. Hermes has always treated me fairly.
Oh, hey, if it isn't Apollo and Grace, and, Persephone. Wow, the whole gang, huh?
I'm afraid I have to call in that favor. I need you to take Grace and Persephone to Hades.
Oh, man, I don't know. Athena specifically said I wasn't supposed to take anyone, you know? No matter what.
This is pointless. They're never gonna help us, Apollo.
Can I ask what's going on? Nobody ever tells me anything, and you want me to get in huge trouble, but for what?
It's the only way to find out why Calliope was trying to contact the Fates.
The Fates?
There's something going on, Hermes. I'm at the edge of it. But without the fates, I'll never know the truth.
And that means going to Hades, with or without Athena's permission.
Okay. Signal when you need to come back.
You sure?
Yeah, feels like the right thing.
Be careful, Grace. And remember, the underworld doesn't give up its shades without a price.
I think I can tell her the rules, Apollo. Let's go. Welcome to the real underworld.
Wow. It feels so empty. So lonely.
It's not completely empty. Neither is the throne, for that matter. A bitter shade named Orpheus has been squatting on it since my exile. I fully expect he'll be waiting for us.
So there's the Orpheus DLC for this game as well, where I guess we help Orpheus. I think it's post-game story, where all of the gods are out in the open in the real world, and I think we help Orpheus start dating? Question mark, from what it looked like in the trailers. And I do want to play that, but I haven't quite gotten it yet.
You didn't think to mention earlier that the throne was occupied?
Because it's irrelevant. Orpheus isn't an idol. He's just an angry little man clinging to an existence that doesn't want him any longer.
And what are we supposed to do? Organize an armed resistance? Challenge him to a duel?
That's what you're here for.
I'm gonna fight him?
Oh, you'll see.
Who is this Orpheus? The name sounds familiar.
It should. His is a popular tale among mortals regarding how he once came to the underworld to retrieve his love, Eurydice, and left with nothing. Hades tricked him, you see, and with Hades dead, the blame has evidently fallen to me.
So he's not a fan of yours?
He is not a fan, no. Not that it matters.
So there's gonna be a fight? Good. I need something to punch.
Don't get too excited, Grace. Orpheus is hardly a worthy foe.
Really? Even though he took your throne?
He took an empty throne after I left. That does not make him a king. Just someone else that's in my way.
In our way, you mean?
Yes, in our way.
Okay, so there's an angry ghost sitting on your throne. Anything else about this trip you've neglected to mention?
Wait a second.
Come. It's time to cross the Styx.
Wait a second. Is this you in the screenshot, Fuming? Is this you in the screenshot? Wait, let me put it on the... I was just looking at it on the side. And I was like, is that Fuming? Wait, is this the right thing? Is that you? Is that you in the screenshot? With the booba top? With the booba top? Is that you, Fuming? Who is that? Who's that? The one with the white hair. Is she, I guess, one of the people you were saying? The humans? I was like, who's that? Oh, I see.
The ferryman will come soon. As we are not dead, you will need to convince him you are worthy of passage. State your case clearly and with determination. I am Persephone, also known as Despoina and Core Sotiera, once queen of the underworld, and shall be again. No, Corone, I did not bring you any cards. I am not here to entertain you.
My name is Grace, also known as Grace. I'm here to, help Persephone regain her throne.
Why else? Did you assume I went on holiday? I'm glad you think so, but I wasn't relaxing, and I'm certainly not about to start. No, she didn't. Neither of us brought games to play with you, Corone. Stop asking.
Oh, I'm sure we can come up with something to amuse him. See? You don't even need to interpret that for me.
Yes, what fun. Thank you for encouraging him. Let's get underway, Corone. It's a long ride to the throne room.
Have you played Hades 2, Fumin? I don't remember what you said, if you have. I think you mentioned it. I don't know if you have. I've gotten the loyalty card before. Charon is hard in Hades. He scares me a little bit.
I wouldn't touch that. Way too much for you. Overload you. Blow a fuse. Every story, every memory winds up here in the water. I used to dream that this river would rise, swallow the anger, tears in my eyes. Then suddenly I was found alone. I destroyed Hades, but was denied his throne.
Ilia's dead here, isn't it?
Everything here is fading away. She needs her queen.
We're here for Freddy, too.
I killed the king fair and square. They had no right to take it from me. A child in a garden, a prize for a king, property, bound and gagged with silver and satin. I gutted a god. This hell is mine. I won't let it be forgotten.
Yes.
Someone's coming. There's music floating through. Someone's coming. And it has me singing too. We have visitors. I think we all know what to do. To the throne room. This bard's about to meet a muse.
someone singing with us.
That would be Orpheus.
Is he a muse?
Oh, he's so much more than that.
Someone's
I didn't belong here.
A wolf is waiting in the
But that throne belongs to me. No one deserves it.
I can feel them howling at the moon.
Don't forget why we came here.
There's a name here
I won't forget.
that reeks
But you
of
can
an
bet
enemy.
he knows someone's coming.
It's about time, Persephone.
Orpheus, I've been... What happened to the music?
Poor Persephone. Whoa, what's that behind you?
I have been waiting for you, Persephone, for so long. And you brought a muse. Hi. Lovely tune, by the way. Can't remember the last time I collaborated with someone so talented. No offense, Betty. Welcome to my underworld. Let me treat you to a song, a welcome gift. I have the floor. It is mine, after all. Muse. Any requests?
I never finished Hades, so I'd like to at one point. You can wait. So with Hades as well, I think you have to beat the game about, is it 10 or so times? A number of times, because each time you complete the game, you only get a small part of the story, and to get the full story you have to beat it, like, I don't remember how many times, but it's a couple. I've only done it about 4 times, so it's a process. Give it a go.
What's your problem with Persephone?
Do, 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 loop it. Do, do, do. I didn't do what I was told, didn't know that it was all a game. I didn't think that he would do it. Then Eurydice was gone. And Persephone stood right beside him and said, what a shame. He was always gonna kill her and you knew it. And I never got to have my revenge. My pain never ends. I see you now. Persephone won't turn my back. I won't turn my back on you again.
I beg your pardon. I wanna behave properly. It's not your song. You better stay open. She's a friend and a god.
Throne is for me. I won't let it be forgotten.
Persephone, your part in this will never be forgotten.
The throne was stolen after I murdered the king.
You should be grateful.
And thank me for everything, and yet you scream like a boy. You kick the ground. I was a slave.
Eurydice is gone because you did nothing.
Orpheus, there was nothing I could do.
I saw your whispers, poison behind your king.
It wasn't me.
If I cannot have my revenge, you're the next best thing.
Orpheus,
Instead of a life of despair, Hades would have ended you there. This place would still be humming.
Oh, I rather doubt that.
It doesn't make it any less true.
Am I the one on trial now?
I'm an immortal. I'm not a dead bard. Honestly, I'm here to rule. This role isn't open. Your queen has returned.
Your Majesty won't let this man be forgotten.
Orpheus, you'll never be forgotten.
throne doesn't belong to you, and you know it.
If I didn't do what I was told, I'd be dragged across the palace floor. Hades can't hurt us anymore. But Eurydice still gone. For what it's worth, you've my apology. But I assure you, nothing more. For deep down you know that there's no revenge.
The pain never ends.
The pain never ends.
There's no revenge.
This was never gonna end the way you wanted to. And I won't turn my back. I won't turn my back on you again.
I had forgotten how sweet a melody could be. Such thoughts become clouded in this place. Forgive me, my lady of the night.
An empty chair for an empty kingdom.
Still think it's worth taking?
I do, actually. I can only hope that somewhere Hades can see me, sitting on his chair.
Now for the bad news. There's actually a musical called Hades Town about Orpheus and Eurydice that's I've been really wanting to see. It seems quite good. The songs are amazing. I wonder if I can find it real quick. Let me see. This will probably mute my VOD too. Town. Movie. Performs. That's 4 minutes long. I'll do the. You can hear it. Wait. So Jordan Fisher was on it too, and I thought it was really good. Let me see. That's the wrong one. Get out here, Twitch chat. Go here. There. Is it fixed? Yeah. But yeah, I really want to go see that. I think it looks incredible. I would love to go see it. 1 second. Hi Yuri. Hey, yeah. Hi Yuri. Thank you. Let me get my water bottle. 1 second. You've seen it. You've seen it. That's so cool. Did you enjoy it? Tell me about it. Thank you for the hydrate. Thank you. I would love to go see it live. I want to see. I'm sure all of the other actors on the stage are incredible that did Orpheus and Eurydice, but I want to see Jordan Fisher. I want to see Jordan Fisher. Yeah, it's so good. I love the Wait For Me. Wait For Me is my favorite.
I'm guessing now's when you break the bad news. Am I right?
You knew?
I suspected. Now I know. I'd still like to hear it, though.
I lied. Even if we could find Freddie, you couldn't bring her back. The laws of death are not so easily circumvented.
Oh. And the fates?
They will not help you or anyone. Even if you could speak to them, they will not care. And never have.
So, I'm on my second playthrough. In my first playthrough, I mostly hung out with Apollo. And we romanced Freddy. We saved Freddy from death. We didn't save Aphrodite. She sacrificed herself or unalived herself so she could have some respite from her pain, which was really sad. We got Asterion and Hecate together, and we forgave Athena. And in this playthrough, I want to romance Persephone. I saved Aphrodite. I'm gonna let Freddy stay dead. And I'm gonna punch Athena in the face. Those are my main goals. And I also broke up Hecate. Well, didn't really break up. They were never together. But I didn't let Asterion properly convey his feelings to Hecate, so Hecate took his feelings away, which was actually really sad. I thought, so Freddie was a bit frustrating at first because every time I went to flirt with her, she was like, oh, haha, thanks, buddy, old pal, my good friend, my amigo, my oldest friend, my childhood friend. You're such a great pal to me. Like, throughout the entire game. And then she finally confesses her feelings. And then we get together, but she's kind of like, I don't know how to feel about you because I died and that changes everything. So, I don't know. I liked how it ended with Freddy, but just getting that.
You didn't once consider telling me? I might have helped you regardless.
You, perhaps. But Apollo? I suppose we'll never know.
Also, I don't have the DLC yet, but I do plan to play it.
I should have realized it sooner. Before we even came here. I guess neither of us is as smart as we think we are.
Grace,
But it all worked out, right? You got what you came for. And I got exactly nothing. Just like you planned.
At the very least, I had hoped we might find your friend's spirit.
Why? We can't bring her back.
Not without great sacrifice, no. No, the rules of death are clear. Yet, you might have spoken to her. I know what it's like not to get the chance to say goodbye.
Freddy!
Hey.
Freddy, you're here.
Yeah, I've actually been watching you since you arrived. It's not like there's much else going on.
Fred,
No, don't even start, Grace. I made my decision. I don't regret it one bit.
I haven't played the DLC yet. Yeah, it does look... I watched the trailer. It does look really fun, so I would like to play it soon.
You shouldn't even have been there. I never should have gotten you involved.
Hey, no. You didn't get me involved. I got myself involved.
And look what happened.
I got to be the hero of the story. Just for one shining moment. How cool is that?
This isn't a story, Fred.
Huh? You're wrong. It is a story. And you need to finish it. Without me. Hey, no.
I guess this is it, huh?
Almost. I found someone while I was down here. Someone you really need to meet.
Calliope? This... You can't be real. Your soul is inside Grace.
My
Idols don't...
Eidolon is inside Grace. The rest of me... I'm here, Persephone.
This is real.
I guess you two were better acquainted than you said. Huh, Persephone?
We parted ways years ago. Persephone couldn't take my lectures any longer.
I'd take them now. I miss them.
No, you don't. Think about how bitterly we argued at the end. Don't blame yourself. Not when there are so many fond memories to cherish instead.
I don't get it. I thought the Eidolon was Calliope's soul. But if that's true, then...
The Eidolon is what makes us an idol, but it's not our soul. Each of us adds a piece to it as it passes on.
But what about the memories?
The memories are but a reflection. And after the Eidolon is passed on, old memories become a reflection of a reflection. It's why the idols have forgotten so much. You knew this truth once, Persephone. Long ago.
Too hard to leave her dead. Yeah. I think the voice acting is so good in this. The voice acting cast is kind of like top tier.
We need to know what happened to you, Calliope. How did you die?
Why didn't you come to me? If you were in trouble, I would have protected you.
I know you would have. But I couldn't let you be drawn into Apollo's prophecy as well.
Apollo's prophecy?
He didn't tell you? No. I don't suppose he could have. It's a long story.
You don't mean to say that Apollo is responsible for your death, right? But his prophecy is.
Yes. It said I needed to die.
Someone else knew about the prophecy. Athena.
No.
Then she sent the Furies after me when I went to the reliquary. I barely escaped. I fled back to the mortal world. To you.
Yeah, so Laura Bailey is Grace, Ashley Johnson is Calliope, who we're talking to now. Troy Baker is Apollo. There's a lot of really big names. Also, Rahul Kohli was Asterion. Who else was there? There's a number of really cool people in this. Felicia Day is in this too. She is Athena. And I think that's all There's more people, but I can't remember.
Apollo hates using his power. Why would he have given a prophecy to Athena?
Because she demanded it. She was desperate.
How did you even find out?
Apollo was horrified after he delivered the prophecy, and he refused to stay silent. And he came to warn me. He was torn. Telling me meant I was locked into it. I still think he did the right thing. Though I expect he disagrees.
Why did you go to the reliquary? We know about the mirror, but...
You wanted to annul the prophecy.
And the Fates are the only ones who could, if they would even help me. I doubted it, but I was desperate. I never got the chance to ask. Someone told Athena where I was going, and she must have realized what I meant to do.
But how did she get the Furies to attack you? They aren't pets. You didn't break any of the old laws.
I don't know. Maybe it's something the ruler of the idols can do. But you'd have to ask Athena.
Why come to me? Of all the places you could have run to, why come to my apartment?
Because I was dying.
But I couldn't save you. I barely even knew you.
I was wandering the streets that night, wondering if I should go to the reliquary or just flee. And I heard you singing. I followed you home after to see where you lived. I didn't know what would happen to me, but I thought, just in case, I knew I had to hold out until I reached you.
Imagine someone following you home just to see where you live.
I wish you hadn't. You didn't give me any choice.
I wanted to. I thought I would at least have time to explain.
Yeah, I probably wouldn't have believed you.
The Furies, they kept coming. It was all I could do just to reach you. I am so sorry, Grace. I truly did not mean for it to be like this.
What was the prophecy? Surely I need to hear it.
If I tell you, you'll be locked into it, just like me.
But the prophecy doesn't just say you have to die. There's more to it, right? They always require interpretation.
Apollo told Athena that. He begged her not to jump to conclusions, but maybe she was right.
I don't care. I have to know.
Athena wanted to know if there was a way to save the idols. The answer was this. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives.
And I'm the last muse.
And now you know the prophecy.
You went to Pan for the key to the reliquary, right?
Yes. He's the reason I knew about Nyx's mirror, actually. He told me about it long ago.
He told Medusa where you went. She, I expect, told Athena.
Oh, Pan couldn't have known what it would mean. I didn't explain.
That's it. You forgive him, just like that.
I'm sure he feels guilty enough, my love.
My love.
Do you blame Athena for what she did?
She wanted to save the idols. And I wanted that too.
Well, I blame her. And Apollo for not telling us what she'd done.
If he had, Grace would have been locked into the same fate as Calliope.
We don't know that.
Time to say goodbye, I guess.
We're not gonna save her.
So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud of you, but it's time to go.
I never truly saw before how trapped we were, so far from shore. Great at the time, but it's time to go.
It's time to go.
Deep within my soul, you will remain with me, a best friend through the dark. Gone, you're irreplaceable. It's time to go. It was quick and so was I. I was not prepared to die, but Grace, I choose this, and I know you'll get by. It's time.
So many years of history, the fights, the highs, the miseries. I'm so proud, Grace.
Freddie, I gave everything to watch you go.
I know.
Now it's time to go.
It's time to go.
I wonder what it's like to hug a ghost.
You've returned. And I see Freddie isn't with you. I'm so sorry, Grace. Did you at least get to speak to the Fates?
No.
Then what happened?
Then we found Calliope.
Calliope, but her Eidolon is inside you. How
It
could...
doesn't work like that. The Eidolon is only a part of an idol. The rest just...
Calliope told us what happened. The prophecy, how you warned her, how you've been lying to us. You knew. You knew the truth this entire time, even when you said you were helping Grace.
Yes. Yes, I did.
Is there more you haven't told me? Did you know about the Furies as well?
No. I didn't know how Calliope died.
But you knew Athena was behind it.
I thought I could nudge you in the right direction. Help you find the truth without learning about the prophecy.
Well, you failed. We know it now.
Then it's done. You're locked into it.
Isn't the prophecy open to interpretation? Couldn't you be wrong about how it ends?
When am I not wrong, Grace?
That's right. Leave. It's what you're best at. I don't know how this will affect your trial. We could tell them what we've learned. Even without proof, it makes enough sense that Athena couldn't just brush it off. But if she believes you need to die in order to save the idols, if she truly believes that, it won't matter what anyone says.
Does there still need to be a trial? If we go to Athena privately, maybe we could work out some kind of deal.
She won't make a deal. All that will afford her is a chance to kill you before the trial.
She tried that once already.
And your friend died as a result. No, it's a clever thought, but Athena needs to be challenged in front of everyone. I intend to keep my promise. We go to the trial and I'll help you, even if it means overthrowing Athena. Calliope would approve.
But what about...
Just so you understand, our chances aren't good. I suggest you do whatever necessary to prepare.
Great.
I don't know what I'm confronting, but I'm just here for smooching.
It's been difficult, looking at you and knowing a part of her was inside you. At first, when I thought you might have actually killed her, I was enraged. But I'm the one I should be angry at. I drove Calliope away. I wasted all that time being stubborn. And now she's gone.
That's why you pulled away from me, isn't it? At the club. You look at me and see her. Even after Hades.
It's not that simple, Grace.
So what is it then? Tell me.
I don't know if I can do this. Us.
That's the first time you've admitted there even is an us.
I keep wondering, do I like you because of you? Or because Calliope is a part of you? As you gain her memories, will you become more and more like her? Will you think of me as she did? You deserve more than that, Grace. I wouldn't blame you if you wanted no part of it.
And what if I still want this? Us? What then?
I'd say you were a glutton for punishment. Is it any easier out there? Do you miss being immortal, Grace?
It's been a week.
It's been a week, Persephone. If I live past the trial, I'll let you know.
Yes, the trial.
It's a whole thing, I hear.
Whatever happens, Calliope will approve of us defying Athena.
Let's go talk to everybody, I guess. Then we go to the auditorium. So I think we are very close to the end now. We have 2 more scenes left.
Pan? Are you here?
Of course he's here. He's always
Pan.
here.
All right then. Guess I'll just head off.
I thought you didn't want to see me anymore. You're not here to yell at me, are you?
That depends. Do you still think I'm a lost cause? Dead woman walking?
I think if anyone could find a way out of this predicament, it would be you.
Very carefully said.
I certainly thought so. I've been practicing in a mirror and everything. Ah, you've learned something. Something not altogether pleasant, I'm guessing. Tell you what, Grace. Let's indulge in one last transaction. Relay what you've learned, and I'll see if I have any advice to offer.
Okay, where do I begin?
Well, of course it was Athena.
Wait, you knew?
No, how could I?
So what now?
Let the prophecy play out.
Huh?
Let it play out. It doesn't say the last muse will die. Just that she must for the idols to continue. Perhaps the idols shouldn't continue. Seems reasonable enough.
So I'm looking, apparently there's 44, no wait, not, is it? 23 different songs in this game, and we've heard 16 of them at this point.
Oh, so just let the idols die off. You'd be okay with that?
Did the prophecy say precisely that? Prophecies can be such tricksy little bastards. Frankly, change is long overdue. Continuing on as we have been isn't appealing, and I doubt I'm the only one who thinks so. I'm rather looking forward to the trial now. How exciting.
Apollo time.
Oh, it's you. Paul comes in, mopier than his usual mopey self, and won't say a word about why. But of course, it's you.
That bad, huh? I'm not surprised. He left my place pretty upset.
You know, I knew it when I saw you. That girl's gonna be trouble. But does he listen? No. Look, I'm not stupid. I don't buy into this god crap, but I know Paul and the rest of you are not on the right side of normal. Even so, Paul is a good guy. Leave him alone. He doesn't want to talk to you.
It's all right, Oracle. I think Grace and I need a moment alone, if you please.
Oh, sure. Don't mind me. It's not like I was in the middle of anything.
I know how Persephone feels. But not you. You'd have every right to be furious with me.
You think I need to be protected, Apollo, but I don't. Certainly not by you.
It wasn't that I thought you helpless, Grace. It was that I was the one who set this all in motion. When I first became Apollo, I was so sure I could help people. Help the world. I ignored the warnings. You have no idea how many lives I ruined before I stopped. I never should have given in to Athena. This one time, I thought that maybe it will be different.
You don't know everything, Apollo. Half the problem is that you and every other idol thinks they do.
What do you mean?
Trying to prevent the prophecy is what's making it come true.
So you want to, what, stop trying?
Maybe.
I hope you can forgive me, Grace.
I'll try. It's not his fault.
Yeah, I get it. It's not easy, but I get it.
I suppose I'll see you at the trial, Grace. I wish you all the best.
Alright, it's time. I hope you're here, Fumin. I hope you get to see the punch. I'm doing it just for you. A wild piggy appears.
So this is it. All your new friends have lied to you, but somehow they're gonna get you through the trial, right?
You have to watch Fumin. You have to see the punch. It's just for you. I punch her so hard.
Lost at sea, with no sails, not a breeze. I am drifting cold waters, no star to be seen. I'll embrace the fire as it burns deep inside, bright enough to guide me, an ocean defied. But as I burn, they've all turned away one by one. In the end, am I alone? Like a boat lost at sea, with no sails, no breeze. I am drifting cold water, no star to be seen. In your heart, we remain. You do not. In my heart, you'll remain. I do not sail in vain.
Look, we tried so hard. We were trying so hard to come back to you. It was a journey. It was such a journey, and everything kept trying to stop us. We had literally every world event between us and you.
Hello?
Oh, Grace, there you are. Everyone is already waiting for you on Olympus.
I think we had the Kraken, and then the shark, and I think some players might have been chasing us. I don't remember, but we're just like, shit, we have to get back to Fumin. We need to talk.
Athena, we really need to talk. Like right now.
There's nothing left to talk about, Grace. Whatever you have to say, you can say it at the trial. Welcome to Old Olympus, dear.
Is this a real place?
It's the memory of a real place, which for us is the same thing. Let's begin, shall we?
Since Freddy is just human now, I wonder if she'll show up. No, wait, Freddy's dead. Freddy's dead. Never mind. Freddy's dead. I forgot. Freddy's dead.
Brothers, sisters, everyone, look around you. We few who remain fled to this new land to escape the war, but we are not out of danger. I waited to tell you until I was certain, and now I am. The idols are dying. It will not be long before even our immortality deserts us. The time for extreme measures has arrived.
Such as murder!
Extreme measures, such as murder. Would you sacrifice idols to save them, Athena? Seems counterproductive, doesn't it?
It is not unknown for a physician to cut off a limb in order to save the patient.
Oh, that's what you are? The heroic doctor, out to heal the poor, sick idols?
I am trying to save us! I will do anything and everything in my power and beyond to save us from extinction.
You'll do anything?
I'm mentally preparing myself to punch Athena in the face. You had Calliope killed.
Tell them. Let them know what that anything includes. Tell them about the prophecy Apollo gave you, and how you've interpreted it. The idols cannot continue so long as the last muse lives. Isn't that how it goes?
It's true.
We spoke to Calliope in Hades. She told us how you sent the Furies after her.
You couldn't have.
Yes, I could. There's more to an idol than just the eidolon. Maybe you even knew that once, but you've forgotten it, just like all the idols have. You don't know everything, Athena.
No, I do not accept this. You are lying.
You're the one who's been lying. Or would you like to explain to the idols how you murdered Calliope based on a vague prophecy? Tell them.
Sing it! More like...
Yes, it's me. It's me. Of course, it's me. The one who gets it done. Don't you see? It had to be.
Tell them with a song!
You all turn away when I got the fish. Then you cry hooray once it's on the dish. That's how we do this. Yes, we. Yes, you and me. I have always cared for you. I'll always do all these things for you. All these things that you are not prepared to do. You say you care, Athena, look around. The way you care grinds these idols down. From up above, you played your puppet show. You called it love. Athena, did you know you're turning them to ghosts? Sorry, little bird, time to bring your neck.
Little girls,
Seems like a theme here.
I grabbed the brass ring, but then what to do? a great shiny throne, but still in the darkness. Kill her today, and Athena, that's you too.
Of course you would make it all about you. Still, Athena, I'm glad you were here to see how someone grew. None of you see. So it's down to me. It's fine. I'll take all the blame. I'll take all the pain. Think you see it all? You just see a scrap. You wanna make the call. You need to hold the map. You cloistered children. It's time for you and all who stand with you. Yes, you too. Form a queue. Time to follow through. Athena's never one to shirk any dirty work. Not counting these guys, wait, they're the ones I saw. This time I'll get you. You're just another one. Thinks she's a cut above. Puffed up and whistling as she skips into a war. Girl, I've met you 1,000 times before. 1,000 times before.
I didn't know how lost I was until you found me.
I wasn't a monster to you. And now I'm not a monster to you.
Yeah!
I was so low I nearly withdrew. Now I'm here because she inspired me. Of course, it's me. Because of me, this prophecy would come to be. My Olympus is gone, and you're all looking on at her stranger wearing my face. My Olympus is gone. Now I'm some other one. Just how long has she been in place? You can talk about your journey, honey, I don't care. The only thing that matters is you put yourself there. There was a voice in me that shouted,
Athena, I just said I don't care. Athena, please. I said I don't care.
Be strong. is great enough. It was wrong. I was wrong. I was wrong, and now I don't know what the right thing is. I leave it up to you what to do with this. That's for me. And this, Calliope. Now we're done. Say bye to everyone. You're off to take a new exciting role in some dark hole. There you go. Now it's yours to drive. Let's see how long you stay alive.
Woohoo! I liked her shocked expression, like she did not see that coming.
Are you finished? You've been talking forever.
We're done, yes.
And? So you're in charge now, I'm guessing.
For the moment. But this is one throne I won't be holding on to for long.
What does that mean?
It means we are disbanding the chorus. Not only that, we have decided to reveal ourselves to the mortal world.
You're planning to tell everyone what we really are? Isn't that risky?
It won't be right away, so those who are too fearful can go into hiding. But it's time. No more laws, no more secrets.
Also about Asterion, I think the reason why he was still siding with us is just because the fact that Hecate took away his feelings, so he wasn't feeling the pain about anything, so he was just like fine with it, I guess, because it was gone.
You all agreed to this? No argument?
Oh, we don't do anything without argument, dearest.
Wasn't it you, Grace, who said we should stop living in the past?
Well, sure, but I didn't think you were listening.
What can I say? I'm trying something different. Plus, this is what Calliope was fighting for.
Calliope would definitely approve.
Thanks, guys. I was in love with this person, but I just don't remember anymore, so I guess it's fine, right? It's perfectly fine.
If there's no chorus, does that mean idols just do whatever they want?
As much as anyone can.
What about Medusa? I hate to think what she's gonna do.
Medusa has offered to live in the reliquary. Frankly, I think she's relieved.
As for the rest of us, we'll be subject to mortal authorities and their laws.
These authorities... Do you think we could ask them about Hephaestus?
Yes. Yes, I imagine we could.
What about Athena? Is she gonna stay gone, or...?
As far as we can tell, yes.
Her things were already gone when we returned to Olympus. She didn't even ask Hermes for transportation elsewhere.
She took an Uber.
If she did return, I wouldn't worry. Athena can never be to us what she was before. That's over.
She didn't even get to say how she felt. What a nice friend to the end.
I have a few thoughts as to how you could go about revealing yourselves.
Oh?
If there's time, we could prepare a campaign.
A campaign? You make it sound like preparing for battle.
It is, kinda. The idols would be stars before you know it. If you're famous enough, there's only so much that can be done to you.
Now that is a marvelous idea indeed. I'd like a moment alone with Grace. Well, you did it, Grace. The trial has come and gone, and you're still standing.
I wish Freddy. Nah, she is fine. We don't care. We're not worried about Freddy. We're here for Kissy.
And fulfilled the prophecy while I was at it.
Fulfilled it? Haven't we prevented it?
I'm the last muse. It was my trial. Now what's happening to the idols because of it?
We're no longer continuing. Not as we were. Yes, I see.
Athena couldn't conceive of a change that didn't mean death for the idols. But here we are.
When we last spoke, you told me you wanted things to continue between us. Now that things are finally resolved, I understand if you feel differently.
Trying to let me off the hook? It doesn't sound like you.
True. I always take what I want.
Oh ho ho ho.
Me too.
Ready to go out and face the music, Grace?
Always.
Where's my kiss? Where's my kiss? Where's my kiss? Please! Please! That's all I want right now.
Of course you're both here. In my apartment. Why wouldn't you be?
We were waiting for you.
How does it feel to be the idol spokesperson appearing on every newscast, reputable and otherwise?
I'm exhausted.
The Oracle has been keenly following your progress. She records every appearance, every interview. She may be your biggest fan.
The way she talks, you'd think she never doubted who you were.
Well, at least she's been of great help to your online campaign.
Everyone here has also been busy. Would you like to hear the latest?
I want Apollo to leave the room so I can have some time alone. Let's see, who are these people? So that's Venus, Owl, Freddy dead, Pan, Persephone, Asterion, Eros. Can't tell who's up there. Who's that in the corner? Can't tell. Apollo, Stage, and Hermes.
Has anyone heard about Athena? It's been a while.
I was having her followed for a time. After the idols went public, however, she vanished off the map completely.
You had Athena followed?
Well, you're far more trusting than I, brother. We can't count on Athena laying low forever now that the song is over. Last I heard, she was heading back to the old country, on a ship like it was the 19th century. Why? I have no idea.
If I had to guess, I imagine she went in search of Zeus.
Whoa. Could he even be found?
If Zeus is out there, Athena will find him. If she does, I guarantee we haven't seen the last of her.
Well, if there's a Stray Gods 2 where Athena finds Zeus and starts a war with humanity and the remaining idols.
Is Hermes still around? I'm surprised they're not here with the rest of you.
Well, we've barely seen them of late.
Hermes has been busy. They've become a social media darling, or so the Oracle tells me.
The truly amusing part is that they're not even trying to be famous. They simply can't help it.
Hermes likes to people please, it's true.
Hopefully it won't backfire on them. Fame is a double-edged sword.
Hermes lives a charmed life. Never fear.
Well, it's odd seeing their face on so many billboards, but I agree. Let Hermes have their fun.
I'd like to know what you've been up to, Persephone.
I've been thinking about selling the club, actually.
The underworld? Really?
I have the real thing, after all. I don't need a substitute.
Plus, she's been busy helping all the idols remaining at Olympus. Quite unexpected.
Why is it unexpected? I was the last leader of the chorus. This is my responsibility. Also, I wanted to free up some of my time.
Oh.
For you, Grace.
For me?
You've been on the road single-handedly keeping the idols afloat. I thought you could use some company.
Being away from you so much has been the hardest part. I would love that.
And you were worried how she'd react.
I wasn't worried, I was concerned. Anyhow, I'm glad you agree. It'll be good to try something new again.
Wait, so since these idols are in the human world, shouldn't they be earning an income? So what's Persephone gonna do if she gives up the club? She's not earning an income from running the actual underworld, right? So how is she gonna live? Unless these idols are all rich.
What about you, Apollo? Still planning on leaving the city?
Soon, I think. All the attention on the idols is proving rather taxing.
Ooh, running away again, brother.
I suppose you could say that. Really, I just came by to see Grace. And apologize one last time.
I told you don't need to keep doing that.
Yes, well, I'm glad things worked out as they did. You'll all be fine without me.
You know, one day you will learn, brother. Not today, but someday.
Pan.
What about Pan? I haven't seen him since the trial.
No one's seen him.
Should we be worried? It is Pan, and what he does will reflect on us all.
Pan is harmless.
Mostly harmless.
As far as I can tell, he did regret his involvement in Calliope's death. He'll lay low. At least for a time.
He'll be back with some new scheme to make us all groan.
You're not wrong.
Persephone will start an OnlyFans account. I mean, she would be very popular, I feel like. All of these people would. I think they would make good influencers.
Is there any word yet on Aphrodite and Eros? They left the city a while ago.
Eros sent word, yes. Aphrodite has started a spiritual retreat in the mountains?
Let's call it a cult.
Whatever it is, he says it's been helping her. Being the goddess of love to the world once more has at last brought her peace.
I thought for sure they'd go into hiding. Aphrodite fears mortals more than any other idol, doesn't she?
Hence why she surrounded herself with only those who shower her with adoration.
As I recall, sister, you also headed several cults across the centuries.
The Eleusinian mysteries weren't about shoring up my ego, Apollo.
What about Venus? Did she go with them?
The mortal? I don't believe so. Last I heard, she opened a gallery. Aphrodite's become her patron.
Venus has painted most of the idols. I sat for her last week, in fact. It's made her rather successful.
Hecate. Poor Asterion.
What about Hecate and Asterion? Are they still at the reliquary?
Asterion is not, currently. He's going to appear on the next season of that television dating show.
I thought that was just a rumor.
No. He is really doing it.
Asterion's rather thrilled at all the attention. Last I spoke to him.
I don't understand the appeal.
He's a sweetheart, and you know it. I hope you find someone awesome.
As for Hecate, there's little chance of her leaving the reliquary. I assume she's the same as always.
She is. Hecate enjoys the solitude. At any rate, she claims everything will change for us soon enough.
It is written, I'm guessing?
Naturally.
Medusa!
And Medusa? I take it she's no longer at the reliquary.
She's staying with me, for now. You did promise my help with her curse, if you recall.
Oh, how's that going?
Better than I might have expected. I have a few old friends who owe me favors, and they're making headway. Medusa is positively giddy at the prospect. She offered to help manage the underworld as repayment, which I can't say I mind.
Hopefully she doesn't turn it into her personal buffet.
Not if she wants her curse broken. We have an understanding.
It's kind of you to take such a chance, sister.
Oh, I'm used to handling the odd snake. Frankly, we owe her the opportunity to try.
That is I really like that ending for Medusa, because none of it was Medusa's fault. She is absolutely a victim in all of this. And in the previous ending, it was just that she had to basically hide away, and she had some mortals lock her away to keep her from killing people or something like that. I think that was essentially the other ending I got, and this one, she is finally on the way to having her curse removed, so I'm really happy about that.
I still can't believe it's all over.
Oh, it's scarcely over, Grace. Now that you've toppled the castle, it's barely just begun.
Oh, I didn't do that.
On the contrary, you absolutely did.
Perhaps we should leave you alone, Grace. You must be tired from your trip.
Persephone, stay!
Perhaps a round of drinks at the underworld, in Calliope's honor.
I'd like that, actually.
Apollo, perhaps we could meet you there?
Read the room, Apollo, get out!
Go on ahead.
I have something I'd like to say.
Oh, yeah?
Moving forward often comes with heartbreak, leaving the fears you nested in. Take your broken pieces and assemble a life that you are proud to live. We fought for retribution, you and I. I'm queen of the underworld, but you, Grace, I've regained more than I could hope for. In your name, I will lead the dead. The scars I have collected won't define me. A mighty future lies ahead. You and I, Grace, together victorious. There's nothing to stop us now.
Woo! Yay! We did it! We did it! Anthony Rapp. There's everybody. But we did it! We finally did it! We kissed Persephone! We punched Athena! We destroyed Asterian's love! We killed Freddy! We did everything right this time. I hope you liked it. What did you guys think? So I might play a bit more on my own, because there's like multiple playthroughs I can do, because I know you can, well, romance Pan, Apollo. I think those are the other 2 romances in this. Yeah, because there's 4 romances. Let's see. But I am gonna try and see everything, I think. I think that would be fun. And also, at some point, I'll do the Orpheus DLC. I thought it was really funny how Newman called out the fact that I liked this playthrough more than the first one because I was going for Persephone. I will. I guess I'll romance Apollo. I guess, but I won't show it to anybody. I guess somebody else can do it for me, maybe. If you would like to romance Apollo and send me the save file. But that was a really good time. I really enjoyed Stray Gods. So I think we're done with this one. As far as stream games go, at this point, we still have Astrobot, Alone in the Dark, second playthrough, Pizza Tower, if there's other games I can't recall right now, but if I have something kind of part-way done, I'll get back to it, I promise. But I think those are the main games at this point. Is anybody streaming? Let's end the stream here, because it's been going for almost 4 hours. And then hopefully, maybe I or we can play some V-Rising so I can finish building my castle. How about that, huh? Let's see. Anybody? We like to raid Benetron. So what I'll do now is I'm gonna go have a break. I might go have some tea and watch an episode of Yellow Jackets. Would that be too late? How late are you staying up? What's your limit today? Okay, yeah, I want to go have a snack as well, and I just want to watch an episode of Yellow Jackets, and then I'll leave my PC on as well, and then I'll check in with you to see how you feel. I think if that's a good plan for now. Switch to ending. So, I have an ice cold Chucky milk, yay! We're gonna raid Benetron, who is playing achievement runs for Binding of Isaac. If you would like to go say hi. If not, I'll see you later? Question mark? Perhaps? I always have to look how to spell Benetron's name because of the double T. It confuses me. But there we go. Thank you for hanging out, Viewman and Speed, and everybody else, and I hope you have a lovely rest of your nights, and we might be back. I don't know if I'm streaming tomorrow. I'll post in my Discord if I am. Bye!